D-Him, let's talk about it.
Addictions, relationships, and predictions. Backsliding Christians, fitness. Stay tuned, go get a subscription. I hope you listening. God's my witness to mind your damn business. Mind your damn
D-Him,
business.
let's talk about it.
Your damn
Talk about it.
mind your damn business.
D-Him, let's talk about it.
Test. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? If y'all can hear me, put those black hearts. Put those black hearts in the chat for your boy. Put those black hearts in the chat for your boy one time. Welcome. Put those black hearts in the chat for your boy one time, y'all. Let's go. Welcome, Rosalind Crawford. She's always the first one in the room. Shout out to you, Queen. Shalene, my girl. Shout out to you, Queen. Miss Sexy Ray. You know good well, Miss Sexy Ray, pull it up. Hey, Miss Sexy Ray. TT, what's going on? Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, gorgeous in the building. T Cheeks is in the building. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Who's on 2K right now? Who y'all say on 2K? Troy, Pump Your Brakes is in the building. Shout out to Mr. Troy. What's going on? Salute to you, King. Brandy Gibson is in the building. Y'all come on in the room. 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 Yes, indeed. Let me cut the music because last time y'all let me talk all the way through my music. Let me cut the music. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know, y'all, if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Okay. Appreciate it. Appreciate that right now. The streets is hot, so y'all already know what it is. The streets are is hot. The streets is hot. Shout out to God's Child D. I caught a little bit of her replay. Um, Shout out to y'all. The streets is hot. It's a lot going on. I understand, but I'm 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 don't know y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the streets on fire right now. The streets on real on fire. Y'all give me a second. Streets on fire. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna mute real quick.
I don't need $1,000, okay? We good over here.
I had to pull up on 2K, see what the noise is about.
Can you give it to somebody else that, one of your supporters that may need it? Why can't you pay $1,000 to come up here and show you the tape? Why can't you pay fee $1,000 to come show you the tape?
She don't got the tape. She don't got the footage.
It's a shame that you put out stuff and you don't. But why she? But when you bring fee, I give fee $1,000 just to come up and talk to you and tell you how the night went.
No, I need the tape. I can see how the night went.
But how would a mother have to say? You going off of what?
Because she recorded it. She was Spike Lee.
Okay.
Okay, hey, one thing on a good note.
He said she was Spike Lee.
I love that about you. You a
Listen.
Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. Got a call, man. This streets is hot. I'm getting information. It's crazy.
Nah, she ain't on there. She gone.
2K, you done with me? Because anytime you want to question me about anything, I'm the one to stand on business. Anything you want to
I got your number, baby. So you know how we rock here and there. So it's like we don't dislike each other. We just don't agree all the time.
Exactly, and that's right there is understood. We ain't got to agree, but we can disagree in a respectful way. Mm-hmm. Something that these people on the internet don't know. Everybody don't know how to rock like that. But hit me up anytime. Anytime they bring you some news over here about the internet, sister, trust me, I'ma just answer. I ain't gonna take you around the circle. It took you. How long did you just interview Kevin? Did you learn anything?
He was telling the whole story, but I just asked you a direct question. I got the picture too, so
you got the picture?
Yeah.
Thank you. I snapped it, and of course, if it's a picture, it looks stiff, but a pet is, and you just take your head away. But you got the picture. My sister uploaded the picture. How can you expose something that was uploaded? I'm asking these people. See, that's why the true brand is gone. He got the dumbest team on the internet. That's why nobody know your face no more.
I ain't gonna lie.
The true brand was damaged because that's the type of stuff his team do.
Now, I'm gonna tell you why I look Portia.
Y'all give me a second, y'all.
It's the branding, like
wait a minute.
Of course, if you take a picture. Well, I'm gonna tell you tonight. This is what you do. Kids, if you got a kid, I don't know if you pack your kid on the lip, but have your wife take a picture of your kids. There ain't gonna be no movement. Of course, it was just a touch, but a picture gonna stiff you. Yeah. But I don't owe nobody no explanation. You asked me, and I answered the question. Now, how you look at it, how you review it, that's going to be.
I would never kiss my sister like that.
These heads been out here for 2 years.
Woo!
To make me upset. Now, they already
Woo!
Donation.
Whoever put this out here,
because they bring it to 2K.
they just got hey, whoever put this picture out here, I think we made a recovery from them dragging Am. I think we just made a recovery. Maybe I gotta put this picture up. I know I'm talking about something else tonight. I gotta put this picture up here. I gotta put this. This is questionable behavior. This is questionable behavior here.
No, we ain't gonna get out here. Give no reaction.
Okay,
this is this. He had to put her up off the daggone live. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Now, Kevin, he did send me. Hold on. Now, he did sent me the video of Cannon talking to himself. I don't know if you want me to post it though. So.
All right, I'm gonna cut 2K.
You got long-winded ass folks. So
No. See, this is why I don't answer the phone.
Hold on, I gotta end the 2K live. But check it, y'all. Now y'all mean to tell me that D-Ham is missing all the drama on the internet? Y'all mean to tell me that Jeannie out here kissing her brother Ty? This is an embrace. This is an embrace. This is love and affection. For those who don't know, this is sister and brother kissing siblings. They used to call it kissing cousins, but this is kissing siblings. This right here is nasty work. Am for the win. Ain't no coming back. You can't say nothing else. Get your nasty self off this internet. Talking about LaTruth. Get your nasty self off this internet. And guess what, y'all? This ain't even Photoshop. This is the real deal Holyfield. Get your nasty self off the internet. This is disgusting work. I'm taking it off my screen right now. This is disgusting work. She tried to drug Amber. But look at this nasty stuff right here. A woman kissing her sibling. The camera just couldn't, listen y'all, the camera just ain't gonna capture this by accident. And it's the perfect moment. This ain't one of those, I'm going in for a hug kiss. This is an actual tongue down, your brother kiss. That's what this is. And you can't explain it away. But we got more to talk about today. Let me remove this right here. Let me remove it. Lord, I don't know how to really handle this. But we got a lot to cover in a short period of time to get there. I feel the need, y'all, to just be a real blogger for a moment. I feel the need to cover some of this nonsense that we are seeing play out on the internet. I feel the need to also speak out and speak up for a man that is completely under attack by his accusers. This is going to be a night of pictures, revealings. Because D-Ham got a couple of pictures. Oh, yes, I got a couple of pictures myself. Oh, yeah. You may want to hit that like button, drop some black hearts for your boy, and share this live. And tell your friend and your other friend to get up in here. Let's talk about it. Let's chat this thing on out for the night, y'all. I believe, thank you, Kayla, for the black hearts. I believe that this dude named Callie, and it's just my observation, has figured out a way to infiltrate and link up with bitter women, bitter baby mamas, to corroborate and to try to come and bring false narratives spin false narratives without no facts in mind. No facts. This is crazy work. Jean Bean fell right. Hey, girl, Miss Love, I'm going to pin your comment. She fell smack dab in that. She fell face first. She fell face first into her brother's face and started kissing him. Face first, she fell into the hole. Face first. OMG. This saga can't, listen, listen, y'all. When it twists, it turns. You feel me? When you think the table's on your side, it'll turn another way. Lord, why she messed with my girl Amber? I'm putting all my money on Amber, boy. They better leave. Hey, I'm putting every nickel I got on Am. I promise you I am. They done try to humiliate Amber. They done try to make it look like Amber's the messiest in the YouTube street. They done try to convince you Amber's behind Candyman and Amber behind this and Amber behind that. But Lord, do you see what's happening? There has been setups. There has been all kind of bedroom setups. People been setting up GoPros up in the bedroom. Filming activity and scared to talk about it. Amber for the win. Listen, y'all. We got to open up Pandora's box a little bit, just a little bit, with Kevin Wesley and Callie. I know y'all are tired of this Kevin Wesley Callie thing. But I wouldn't say I got triggered, but listening to Royce, and I don't know why I even went in and started listening to her story. But I had to try to re-listen to a lot of it today. And I want to replay some of that. I don't know who all heard it, but we're going to dissect some of this stuff coming out her mouth. And I want to make sense of it. Because although I want to believe a woman when she has been done wrong, because I don't know and I wasn't there, I want to believe her. But there's something within her that screams she's in pain and she wants to destroy the man she had a child with. And it's not, and I'm going to tell y'all, ladies, it's not fair for women to use the word mind effed as an excuse for making dumb decisions. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. Because listening to her say that I was mind effed, and of course I did this, why she's yet coming public to throw all the dirt she can on her baby daddy. I don't think it's fair to use the word mind F. And you were 5 years older than him. You were 25 years old. He was 18 years old. He was definitely at a disadvantage. He was definitely at a disadvantage. I don't believe that Dwight ever married this woman. I don't believe they ever got married. So you knew what it was. You knew what it was. But let me take y'all somewhere. Hold on, I want to share my screen. Give me a second. I want to take y'all on a little journey. Give me a second. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it. Hold on. We're gonna see. If my computer do right by me, we gonna see. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can get it to pull up real quick, and we're gonna listen to it. I want to find the short clip because I don't want to go too far in. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this was 5 minutes. Okay, let's go with it. Hold on. Give me a second. I found something here. All right. Let me mute. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Hold on. All right, test. All right, hold on. All right, test. All right, we should be good. We should be good now. Okay, we should be good now. Okay, all right. Let's get ready to go into this. Let's dive into it. Let me know if y'all can hear the video, okay?
Well, I mean, earlier in the conversation, I asked you, did you feel that Dwight was gay or bisexual? And you said, well, he liked some freaky stuff, but, you know, he never brought a man home or a trans home or anything else like that. So what have you been saying that made you feel like this was going to come out eventually?
Because of what I experienced and witnessed during quarantine.
Yo. You still can't hear nothing? Hold on.
Simon says, upgrade. Again, what's new?
Who cares?
Y'all can hear it now?
Simon says,
Okay.
limit your choices.
Okay.
Solo tienes manzanas.
You only have apples.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. I need DT. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me right now. Okay. There's a 1 in the chat. Okay. Give me a second. Now I'm gonna get ready to try to play the video. Now, if you can hear the video, put a 2 in the chat. If you can't hear the video, put a 3 in the chat. Okay? 2 if you can hear it, 3 if you can't. Hold on, I didn't start yet, y'all. Hazel, give me a second. I'm about to play it right now. Let's try it.
Okay, so Dwight Howard's lawyer responded, said that it was a consensual encounter and is being exploited for profit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, listen, to be fair, people do sue wealthy people for profit, make up a whole bunch of stuff, and expect a settlement, you know, so it doesn't go to court and further embarrassment happens. Do you feel that this situation was consensual and Dwight Howard's being shaken down for money? Or do you think that something sideways happened and Dwight popped up with this transgender person and, you know, against this person's will?
So I can't speak on their situation because I wasn't there, but what I can speak on is what happened with me. And the story that he's given is very parallel with what happened with us. And I think what people miss is when you say someone can just get up and leave. In my situation, I've been dragged. I've been slung across the floor. I've been verbally, emotionally abused. And if I feel like I'm going to be basically like knocked out if I don't do something, if I'm that intimidated, then I'm just going to do it. Because one, it's something I've done before. You know what I mean? So this time, just make it seem like I want to. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, you can't bite it, because then you're really going to get knocked.
Listen, y'all. I want to believe this woman so bad, but it's something wrong with her story. It's something wrong. I didn't even pay attention to this part. I didn't even pay attention to this part. But I can't understand for the life of me that you're trying to say you were physically abused by Dwight Howard. I'm having a hard time with that, and I'll tell y'all why later. But let it keep on talking.
I think that would just be a natural reaction of any guy. But when you have someone who has so much power over you, and not just personally, but just even in your life and in your career, you're just going to sit there and take it, and you're going to do whatever they want you to do because you're going to hope it's over soon. And then you're just going to pick yourself up and try and live. Even when I went for quarantine, people asked me, well, why did you go if you hated him so much? Hope. You know, people are like, oh, why, yo, she's talking now. I've been talking. It's just people are listening now. But
Wait a minute. You go back to this man for hope? Is that what abusers do? They go back. Matter of fact, she admitted to dropping her man, who she was in a relationship, to go back for quarantine. She was in a relationship, and that relationship ended. In order for her to go back into the house, she said she was getting kicked, stumped, dragged across the floor, and abused. That to me don't make no sense. That to me don't make no sense. Okay, child of God, you said you believe some of this, child of God. Now, she went back to that house, right? Okay, let's keep letting it play. Hold on.
I've been screaming for help. So all of this has been documented, and I still was told that I can't say anything. I was still told that if I ever made an accusation, I would lose my child, you know? So I remember being in that position on my knees. I remember crying. I remember wanting it to be over. And when it was, I picked myself up and I kept moving because there's nothing I could do. Quarantine, I felt like this is my chance to at least have a better life for Braylon.
Wow.
Because it can't get any worse, right? This is my surrender.
I can tell that she has
What the heck?
a great sense of humor, but she
Give me
hasn't
a
told me a
second, y'all.
joke yet.
I
I
gotta
want to cover
close
your
up.
I googled you today just to see what pops up.
Did you not know who I was
Hold on.
before?
No.
Hold on. We here now. We here. We on the video I wanted to play. This is the video I wanted to play. Hold on.
Well, when the story came out, Dwight Howard responded. You would think he would say, I'm not gay. This is all made up. I'm just being shaken down. I'm into women. Look at all my kids. This proves that, I'm straight. But he said, where I lay my wood is my business.
He also said that he was engaged and married to Taya Cooper, and she's since come out and said that they were never engaged or married. So just because you're parading your kids, you were parading girlfriends as well. So we don't know if you have a beard or a mustache.
Okay. Well, my man, Coach PR, he interviewed him, and he put out this clip recently. He had actually held on to it for a bunch of months. And in the interview, he flat out asked Dwight, are you gay? And Dwight just sort of danced around the question. He didn't actually say yes or no. You know the interview that I'm talking about?
I saw it. I saw like that clip.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, that's what y'all want to talk about?
I mean, knowing what you know now,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that Dwight is straight, gay, bisexual? How would you define it?
I just think he's a little bit freaky. Sorry. I'm sorry. I think he's that entire alphabet.
Okay.
Yeah.
The whole alphabet.
I think he's that.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention to how easy it is to gay bash a black man. I want y'all to really pay attention how easy it is to gay bash a black man who will not admit that he's gay. But you cannot gay bash if he's admitting that he is gay. But you can gay bash someone who won't admit that he's gay, and if he's black, you can get away with it. It's okay to gay bash and make fun of a man who may want something other than a woman. If he wants something other than a woman, it's okay to make fun, laugh, and mock and pick. Now, this woman is laughing at her baby daddy on live TV. But just recently went live and said that somebody, like she said, the daddy should not have ever said something like that to their son that they share. Which we don't know if he ever said that to the son. But she's now here doing this laughing game. Hold on, let's keep going. And with a white man who ain't gonna bring another white man on there and laugh about no gay jokes. I guarantee you that. Let's keep going.
Whole alphabet. I don't even want to start it because I don't know all of them, but like I think he's curious. Yeah, okay. I'll leave it at that. But I also think it's a slap in the face to like that community because he's claiming to be a certain way, but then denying the other side of it, which is just, I just hope he doesn't try and lean on, another community because I think they're going to save him when he's dealing with what he's dealing with. Like, it doesn't come down to who you are, what you like. What you're being accused of, it's serious. And trying to make light of that and talking about it doesn't matter where I lay my wood, y'all weird. You're the one that's jumping in people's DMs.
My bad.
Like, and having strangers in your house while your child is there. That's the problem. That's what people are having issues with. It's not about what you like. It's about what you're doing. And that is the problem. That is reckless. It's dangerous.
Well, I mean, it's 2023.
Doesn't matter. It's still reckless.
No. But hold on. Let me just finish the statement. What I'm saying is the stuff with the children is unexcusable. I get that part, right? So regardless of your sexual preference, kids need to be protected and sheltered. 100%. I am. There's no gray area when it comes to that. But when it comes to someone's sexuality in 2023, people who come out as gay generally get embraced by the world. Like Lil Nas X, I don't think he'd be as huge as he is by just being a straight cowboy rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he has fully leaned into being gay, I think that put him where he is. Frank Ocean came out as gay and no one really cared. So
they normally don't care when
he plays basketball and so forth, but if he just fully embraced, hey, listen, I'm gay or I'm bisexual, or I'm into trans, I don't necessarily see a huge downside in that. I think the downside is the whole denial part of it, from my point of view. So why do you think that he doesn't just come out and say, because listen, if you say where I lay my wood is my business, you're essentially saying you're gay. Because anyone who's straight would say the exact opposite. If you asked me, I'd say, no, I'm straight. I'm only into women. And whatever rumors are, I'll address, but I'm only into women, and that's my reality. So when you sit there and put out these little cryptic messages, you're essentially saying you're gay. So why do you think he's denying all this right now?
I just don't think that he's ready to come out as anything. That's what I'm saying. I think he's curious. I don't think he truly knows what he is. But I think, again, the biggest issue is how he's responding to it. And my thing is, again, responding to the case. I'm like you. I don't think people would care. I think they would embrace it. I think you're absolutely right if he did come out that way. But I think, again, what he's missing is people aren't upset about him denying if he is or he isn't. They're upset about him making light of the situation that he's being accused of. And whatever happened, you don't just sit here and get on a live and start being reckless like that. Where I put my wood, y'all weird. Like, you're basically telling on yourself.
Now, do y'all think she got a point right there? She's saying that because it's his business what goes on in his bedroom. He ain't married to nobody. And y'all asking him about his what he want to do in the privacy of his own room. And he says, where I put my wood is my business. Now, or where I lay it at is my business. Now, two things can be true. Maybe that could be true. And maybe it ain't nobody's business. Needless to say, he should not be getting clowned for being in denial because only he knows what he wants. Okay? So let's keep going.
Well, the video that came out where his son was crying during the whole workout, that wasn't your son, was it?
No.
Okay, so that's his other child.
That's the child that his mom passed. And we all went to the funeral. Found out the day we got back from the funeral, he immediately filed to stop child support, and he also did not pay for the funeral like he said he was going to. He had taken that child from his grandmother, which is the only family like he really knew, the mom side, because Dwight was not in his life.
Okay, y'all. Now, the child mother that she's speaking on died of epileptic, I think it was epileptic seizure. That is a tongue twist. Epileptic seizure is what happened with this mother. let's see here. I think I got it. But it was an epileptic seizure that happened with that baby's son's mother. And it is Dwight's son. He's paying for the child. Of course, epilepsy. Okay, thank you. It I don't know, man. This is tough. Let's get to it. We almost done.
So that little boy was ripped from everything he knew, and he barely sees that side of his family at all. They actually didn't see him for almost a year. And she's still fighting. But again, money talks. She doesn't have it. But she's trying to get her grandson back.
Well, how did his son's mother die?
She had a seizure and drowned in the toilet.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, because that's technically someone that you're connected to as well.
Yeah. Oh, that was my dog. Me and Mimi, we were
Oh, you guys were close. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Okay.
Yeah. She was probably the one I was closest to. And then now Tiffany.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. That's definitely sad because I assume she was relatively young, right?
Man,
in her 20s.
Yep. She was. Beautiful voice. She could paint her ass off.
My bad, y'all. I done played the wrong video.
Talented.
Hold on.
But I believe all of us are.
This is crazy.
That's the thing. Like, all of us are talented, but you wouldn't know it because he pays people not to post anything positive about us.
Hold on, y'all. How did I play the wrong video? I played the wrong video. I played the wrong video. I'm so pissed right now. I played the wrong video. I had it.
There's the.
I played the wrong video. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to play the video. Hold on. We're going to get to this video.
Well, I mean, earlier in the conversation, I asked you, did you feel that Dwight was gay or bisexual? And you said, well, he liked some freaky stuff, but, you know, he never brought a man home or a trans home or anything else like that. So what have you been saying that made you feel like this was going to come out eventually?
Well, because of what I experienced and witnessed during quarantine. You didn't ask me about that. You asked me before.
What happened?
Okay. Now, hold on, man. I want to play this for y'all so y'all can really see this woman in rare form. This is a 5-minute video. Y'all give me 5 minutes. And then I'm going to just cut down on some of the videos and we're going to get into some things. This is the video. It seemed like
Go from homemade recipe to household.
Well, I mean, earlier in the conversation, I asked you, did you feel that Dwight was gay or bisexual? And you said, well, he liked some freaky stuff, but, you know, he never brought a man home or a trans home or anything else like that. So what have you been saying that made you feel like this was going to come out eventually?
Hold on.
Well, because of what I experienced.
Okay, let's get ready to go. This is it, y'all.
Well, I mean, earlier in the conversation, I asked you, did you feel that Dwight was gay or bisexual? And you said, well, he liked some freaky stuff, but, you know, he never brought a man home or a trans home or anything else like that. So what have you been saying that made you feel like this was going to come out eventually?
Well, because of what I experienced and witnessed during quarantine. You didn't ask me about that. You asked me before.
What happened during quarantine then?
There were a lot of parties, and we're supposed to be on quarantine. So that was an issue in itself because who are these people? Why are they here? You know, have they been tested? You're saying the world is ending, but yet you're inviting the world over. And it was all types of people. Every pronoun was there. And I was beyond like, I was shocked because I had actually gone to sleep. I had taken a nap. I woke up and it was like the sun had just going down. Like you can even see like the little fireflies. And I woke out and I felt like I was in an episode of something because it's people throwing up over the balcony. Like you got others cursing each other out, calling each other bitches. And then I'm sitting here first thing after seeing this is, where's my child? So I walk in the house. I see him even before I walk in the house. What's wrong? Where's Braylon? I don't know. He's somewhere. Seriously? So I walk in the house and that's when I see all the paraphernalia on the table, some with peanut butter. And I lose it. And then there's a girl who just peed in a seat. And then like, I don't even know if Kitty was there. I might have met Kitty. I don't know. I met a lot while I was there. And I just went upstairs and I found Braylon and he was in like this room connected to his room with a TV. And I'm like, hey, hi, mommy. I'm like, you okay? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, what's wrong? Nothing. And I'm like, what's wrong? Nothing.
Now, I gotta pause, y'all. I gotta pause. Now, we got a lot of women in this sector. We got a lot of women in this sector. If your son or daughter story is they've been violated by someone, she tells this story 2 times, y'all. It's a couple of things that got me questioning this situation, because each time she tells this story, she's laughing through it. Not only is she laughing through it, do you see the smile on her face right now? Who acts it out like you in a theater, like you in some type of theater, to explain what happened to your baby? And in this video, Harmony Speaks in the building. My beautiful bitch. Thank you so much, Harmony Speak. You've been liking my stuff, and I know you busy. Thank you so much for your support. In this video, she verifies that she was there the whole time. She wasn't watching her child.
She was off in her guest place, sleeping. If you was to hear her tell the story the way she told it the other day on live, it made it seem like she just got in town, just walked in the door, and all of these strangers were in the house. And she's asking, where is my child? Where is my child? I see. Now, that's normal. If you just dropped your bags, you just came off the airport, and you walk inside the house, and you see all these strange people in your home, and you go to your baby daddy and say, where's our son? Where's our son? I don't know none of these people up in here. Where is our son? And y'all got all this going on? Hell to the no. And then you go and greet your son, and he's in a fetal position, and he's trying to explain that you can see that he done switched up. Now, how is it you off in La La Land in your guest suite on the property, and you have no clue of what's going on until you wake up? Then you say you woke up, went and got your son. Then you say you woke up, then it was fireflies. Then you woke up, you walking the dog. Then you wake up, eating peanut butter with everybody else, faking it. Then you wake up. I don't know what to believe here. This is not real. Let me finish. It's almost done.
I had to keep asking him. And then he finally told me that he went downstairs to get something to eat. He wanted a snack. And I remember grabbing him and being like, did you take anything off that table? And he swore no. But I asked him so many times because I needed it to be reiterated like so many times to me. And he just swore no. And then he asked what it was. And then he was like, he wanted some peanut butter. And then he asked why his dad was being so mean. And we ended up going into my room because I was in the guest house. I wasn't even in the main house, which is why I didn't even hear a lot of the stuff going on. And went back to the guest house, and he laid down. He just started watching, TV. And I remember going back out there, just going off on everybody. Kevin Wesley was there. And he's the one that is in all this polygamy stuff too. And then his friend at that moment, Callie, I remember him like going off on him. And then I even remember the next day him threatening to shoot up the entire house because of some gay shit. I didn't know what that gay shit was.
Pause. You did not know what the GAY stuff was. I want y'all to see how she played Vlad. She moved into this story. I want you to understand. I'm telling you, I'm gonna put this thing together for you like a bow. I'm gonna wrap this up tight for you, girl, real good. She says, first, hold on. Vlad asked her what Vlad's intention is in this video is to get the scoop on Dwight Howard's secrets of his sexuality. That's the best way to put it. So he's there asking her about He's trying to get the scoop on what happened with the allegations with the young man that accused Dwight. That's what he's there for. But this was a plot and a scheme to connect this situation inside the house to Dwight Howard. So she comes out on this daggone interview and say all the pronouns was there. All the different pronouns was in the house. Now, when you hear Callie tells his side of the story, he said he ain't see no pronouns there. Where did they go? Where did the pronouns go? She see the pronouns. Callie don't see no pronouns. Hold on. Could it be? I mean, just let's put this wrap our head around this. She don't know who Callie is in the moment, right? She don't know Callie from Adam. Could it be she thought Callie was gay? Could it be she thought Callie was gay? If you had a gay party and she's on VladTV saying all the pronouns was there, did she mistaken you for being there as a gay man? You got long hair, long dreadlocks. You pulling up skirt. In the mirror. Talking to yourself. Callie said he didn't see no pronouns. She said she saw pronouns. It's a contradiction. But right now, Callie's on some nigga. D in the booty nigga. Well, who's she talking about? See, what they're trying to do is put this narrative on Cat. Let's finish. She almost done.
But I knew I needed to get up out of there, and that's when that argument happened later on that night, because this guy was posting all these videos over YouTube. And he was talking about what had just happened that night before. And I knew I was at the house. And I'm like, I got to get out of here because this is child endangerment. And I told him I was leaving later on that evening, and it turned into this big, huge argument. And he was threatening me. His face had gotten like, I could tell he was on something. But I knew I needed to leave.
I want to ask y'all something about that part. If this is the next day, is the side effects of the mushroom still having an effect to where it's lingering? You said it was at the night you seen the argument. The next day, you said you need to get out of here because you're seeing things posted on YouTube. You also said in another clip that you took part of the ceremony. You put the shroom in your mouth and try to fake the funk. That's what you said. Let's keep going.
And you know, one of his the guys that used to work for him, I think he was his trainer. He was actually there. He was a third party. And he watched it. And he was even trying to get him to calm down. But that's when I knew I had to pack my shit up and we got to get out of this house because it's getting really dangerous and reckless. And we left. 3:30 in the morning, 3:34.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on.
Well, I mean, earlier in the conversation, I asked you, did you feel that Dwight was gay or bi?
Okay, y'all. I'm done with that video. Now, let's get into some other stuff. Okay. Now, we done established that Royce contradicts herself multiple times about that evening. How many heard it when she went live recently, so I don't have to play it? How many heard her say that she took part? It was staged, and it looked like it was like dinner time, and everything was set across the table, and she sat there in the chair and looked around while everybody did theirs, and she put hers in her mouth, but took it out. How many heard that part? How many heard that? Good morning. Okay, Harmony Speaks says she heard it. Good morning, Gorgeous says she heard it. Well, in VladTV, she tells it she was sleeping, woke up to the party, ran to find her son. Notice she don't mention the trainer's name. She don't mention a certain assistant's name, but she drops Kevin Wesley's name, full government, on VladTV. Why is Royce doing this? Why is she talking about everybody else's trauma? That the story don't belong to her. Who gave her permission to talk about the child's mother's death? And who's giving her the privilege to talk about different people who have maybe been violated when they were a child? Why is she telling everybody's story? And then why is she naming Callie? What? Wait. I just figured it out. I got it. Callie and Royce claims they didn't know each other. They claim that they had no meet and greet. Her story is that she came into a home full of strangers and she needed to find her son. But an altercation happens and you know the man's name. You come outside walking the dog in some kind of way, you know his name. You know his name better than you know the butler name. You ain't going to talk about the butler, which this is the butler and the groundskeepers that you give them their job title versus their legal name. They're not significant, even though they were there. The groundskeeper was there. The assistant was there. But the only name you want to drop is Callie and Kevin. In the beginning of this video, you said you did not know what gay stuff he was talking about. You had to hear it on Callie video on YouTube the next day. How is it that you seen Callie video on YouTube the next day? Now, I want to show y'all something because Lou Pop Baby, shout out to Lou Pop Baby, came in the comment section yesterday and told me, D-Ham, there's a message that Royce sent out to Callie, and they had a connection. So she fails to tell Vlad. She fails to tell Vlad I reached out to Callie. And I sent him a message. And from there, we developed a good relationship. Because I'm a bitter baby mama. And Callie never came down from his trip. And so together, we joining forces to come for his enemy, and that way he can kind of help me with my enemy, and we both can get 2 for 1. That's what it seemed like to me. Now, I could be 100% wrong, but that's what it seems like to me. Now, let's read this, y'all. I hope y'all zoom in. Let's read this together. It says, hi, you can share it to my public figure page in my personal page. First of all, how is your first words to somebody you never spoke to, and you're telling them to share something to her page, in her personal page? I gotta read. I'm reading it with y'all. This is my first time really reading it. It says, hi, you can share it to my public figure page in my personal page. That's what it say. That's nasty work. If I don't know somebody, in the very first words that I text them is, hey, share that, or share this, share something to my personal page, and share it to my private page, my public page, my personal page, the personal page, and my private page. Now, hello, this is Royce. Reed, you remember me from the party? I am Dwight Howard's baby mama number 3. And I don't think I'm ever going to be married to Dwight. And you know what? I see that you have issues and you're putting all this stuff on the Facebook because you got issues with a guy named Kevin and we mutually both know him. So I'll help you with whatever your fight is because that's going to mess up what's already going on in my plans to fight for the man I love. All right, I got to get through this, y'all. Let me start reading. It says, hi, you can share it to my public figure page and my personal page. I won't remove it until someone contacts me. I was there. I saw it all. Me and my son are now in an Airbnb because of it. He turned Dwight against us. Again, after I turned him down and people started noticing who he really was. No one cared for Kevin in the entire house, but people are afraid to say anything because Kevin gets them fired. He's disgusting and unkept unless he's taking photos. What is this? The apartment looks like the beginning of a hoarder's life. I'm going to delete this immediately after it opened. Watch the sneakiness right here. Now that's real sneaky. This is real sneaky work. This is sneaky work. She said, I'm going to delete this immediately after you open it, Callie. I'm going to read it like they know each other, okay? After you open this, Callie, but I care deeply for Dwight. Wow. Watch it. And to see this man I almost did a podcast with turn him against his entire family with charm words and being a yes man, I can't allow. I hope what you all are doing, watch this. I want y'all to pay attention to this last part because this don't make no sense. I hope what you all are doing works, but I also hope you understand I can't be involved. That was Royce Reed sending out an encrypted text, a secretly private text to corroborate Callie's hallucinations from his mushroom high. Now, she's trying to agree with the high, but she's not trying to agree when everybody's off the high. She agreed to the things she seen he was on the shroom. Isn't that kind of backwards? How you agreeing to what you seen while they were high? And you want to help out a fellow person who's trying to bring and shine light to a mushroom. Psychedelic drug. Now, I want you to understand this. Y'all, help me out. If I'm just trying to get it together. I mean, she want to help Callie in his fight to get Dwight Howard because she says in this moment, Dwight Howard turned her man against her. Now, I want y'all to really, really, really make this make sense because there's a lot of thoughts going through my head about this woman. There's a couple of things here happening here, and I want y'all to pay attention. How can Kevin turn Dwight against her if she just left her boyfriend on quarantine to move back in her baby daddy house during quarantine? Then the shroom ceremony, you say, I'm leaving and I'm going to get into an Airbnb. How did Kevin turn Dwight against you that quickly? And then you say you were being mind effed. That's why you did it. Something ain't making sense. Dwight Howard is love bombing you through text messages. Say, come on back home. You can stay. We always got a space in the room, in the house for you. You know that. You know where you know how we rock. And you shows up, but Kevin turns Dwight against you. At what point you knew Dwight way before Kevin? This is nasty work. Now, Callie has came on multiple platforms and said there was nothing gay happening at this party. He said he heard moaning. Royce Reed said she's seen Dwight Howard throwing up or people throwing up over balconies. Could that been some of the moaning? How is people trying to have sexual intercourse and interactions if they're throwing up? Ladies, have you ever felt like having sex while throwing up? To the point where you're feeling sick, nauseated? Who's trying to do stuff and they're in bathrooms trying to figure out how their body is taking in the shroom? Callie also says he would have had to go in the bathroom. Is this the gay thing she's seen in the bathroom? He had to figure out where the bathroom was at, and he was in the bathroom. See, if you think you at a Diddy party and you're there, you can't say you stayed there through the whole thing. Anybody who's now a celebrity that was at the party, they all pleading the fifth and said, I left early. Callie stayed there. He was the last one to leave. Callie was the last person to leave. I want to read y'all something, and I want to really make some sense of this. It says these mushrooms have been used for centuries in various cultures for spiritual and medicinal purpose. Users may experience visual and auditory hallucinations, changes in thoughts, patterns, and a feeling of interconnectedness with nature and others. It says that interconnectedness, which means you do not want to be close to nobody else. You're kind of trying to figure yourself out, is what it's saying, with nature and others. However, well, that could be, well, okay, with others. However, effects can vary widely based on factors such as dosage, individual mindset, and the setting in which they are used. While psilocybin mushrooms are illegal in many places, there is growing interest in the potential therapeutic benefits. Listen to that, therapeutic benefits, partially for mental health conditions. Let me take that comment down because I can't see like depression, anxiety, and PTSD. Research is ongoing to understand their effects fully and explore their possible applications in medicine. That's what it is. Let's go to another one real quick. It says the effects of psilocybin mushrooms can vary specifically based on dosage, individual, psychologically, in the environment. Here are some common effects experienced by users. Distortions in visual and auditory perception, including enhanced colors, patterns, and sounds, as well as seeing trails or halos around objects. Mood changes. Users may experience heightened emotions ranging from euphoria and joy to anxiety or sadness. Hallucinations. Visual and auditory hallucinations can occur. Visual and audible hallucinations can occur, where users see or hear things that aren't there. Number 4, many users report deep philosophical or introspective thoughts, leading to heightened self-awareness and insight. Let's read the last one. Hold on. Spiritual experiences. Some people have profound spiritual or mystical experiences, feeling a connection to the universe or a sense of unity with others. A sense of unity. Physical effects, nausea. Watch this. Dizziness. And it changes in body temperature are also common, especially in the early stages of the experience. Anxiety and paranoia Look at that. Anxiety and paranoia. In some cases, users may experience anxiety, paranoia, or feeling or of panic, particularly in an uncomfortable setting. The effects typically last for 4 to 6 hours, but this can vary. It's important to approach the use of psilocybin mushrooms with caution. Okay? Now, what Miss Royce, what makes me question a lot of Miss Royce's story is when I seen her in video Kevin Wesley posted on his page, and it's called Truth Factory with Kevin Wesley. I think that's the name of his page. Kevin Wesley, the Truth Factory. There he is. Here's one of his statements right here. The contradiction is in this text. She's propping Dwight up like a good person who's being misled by me. Her current theme is Dwight is a monster narcissist, but she's trying to have hope. Okay, absolutely, because she's trying to have hope. She wants hope for Dwight. That's what she wants. Dwight's a monster in one breath. She's holding on for dear life for hope in the other. Set this man up with a story after she herself was there involving, she literally participating in the mushroom ceremony. She tried to act like she the only one that was the sanest person in the room, but she took it out of her mouth without nobody knowing. This is sick behavior. Now, the reason why I had to read some of those things is because the fruit has always been a question. Why was there fruit there? Why was there fruit? I learned something today that I didn't really pay attention to. I learned something today that I really did not pay attention to. The fruit. And it's called H3O, which we know water is H2O. What does H3O mean in fruit? Hydration. Fruits are rich in water that is naturally infused with minerals, nutrients, and a structure that makes it easily absorbed by the body. Natural electrolytes. The water in fruits often contains electrolytes like potassium, which can improve hydration and balance fluids in your body. That's why the fruits were there. pH balance. Fruits like citrus have natural acidic properties due to their citric acid content, which may relate to the presence of free hydronium ions in their juices. Is H3O structured water? Some wellness communities use the term H3O to refer to the idea of structured water in fruits, watermelons, organized in a more cohesive, energized state. While not a scientific term, it emphasizes the notion that fruit water is more alive or beneficial than plain water due to its nutrient content. Now, I am done reading any more of the text or the anything that I have to read. I'm going to finish this off with content, and we're going to have a conversation. Because I want to bring up Kevin Wesley. I want the man himself to come up here and explain some of the slander that this man has ran with under the paranoia and the hallucination that he experienced under the influence of the what's it called? The psilocybin mushroom. The psilocybin mushroom he was under the influence of, and he hallucinated a lot of things, which he has admitted out of his own mouth. He took a trip. He explains his trip. Now, we're not going to be here all night, but I want to take this time to help Miss Royce Reed out for her doing some nasty work to try to tear down somebody who did nothing to her. Nothing. Kevin had did nothing to you. You cannot blame Kevin Wesley for polygamy, and you can't blame him for Dwight's interest in other women. If Dwight want 5, 10 baby moms, which you agree, he was already doing that way before Kevin came around. But when you met Kevin, I said, when you met Kevin, this is what you was trying to do with Kevin. When you met Kevin, this is what you was into with your boy. You feel me? Because my boy keep them receipts on deck. When you met my boy Kev, this is what it was for you, Royce. This is why you wanted to go to Cali and anonymous. This is why you wanted to act like, I can't, I'm going to delete this immediately as soon as I see that you open the text. You out here playing the field, woman. Check you out with my boy. This is what you was doing with my boy. This is what it was. And Kevin trying to be a decent man and respect Dwight Howard's house. He's trying to be a decent man. This right here is nasty work. And every time you get the opportunity, you want to name drop Kevin Wesley. Every time you get the opportunity, you want to drop his name in interviews. But there is some things that you're not telling these people how you really feel. You out here on the sneak tip, running behind screens and smoke screens, trying to plot, twist some things around. See, you didn't know who Callie was, but Kevin did. You didn't know Callie, but you knew Kevin. And you blaming everybody who you think kept you from getting married to the love of your life. Even after you said you were getting beat, drugged, kicked, abused. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is nasty work. This is nasty work, Royce. You need to stop while you're ahead. You need to get your business and all of your family business off the internet. something that some men don't care to come out here and do. And it's crazy how you trying to protect other names that you know was there. But you know that you still cool with them, so you ain't gonna drop their names. How is it Kevin's fault when there was a multiple people in that house? There were countless people there. You knew them because you name dropped them without name dropping them. The trainer, the groundskeeper, the assistant, the nannies. I'm dropping the link. The true factor, my boy Kevin Wesley, if you in the building, you can grab that link, brother. And if y'all have to go to bed, if y'all got a timeout, that's okay. Tonight, we getting through this right here. I'm helping out Kevin, and I don't care who likes it. I'm speaking up for the dog because you ain't going to tell me all them people's in that house, but his name got to keep getting dropped. Come on, Kevin.
What's up? I'm up here.
You here, brother.
Okay, I see. I don't know why it's an echo.
I may have to get off my laptop if it's me. But it's okay. You just stay right there. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Because I'm done showing any receipts. So I'm gonna just log in from my laptop. My iPad. Give me a second.
In the chat, let me know if you guys hear an echo. Okay, he might have got it cleaned up now. Can you hear me? Peace, everybody. How y'all doing? Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm looking at the comments. Let me know if it's an echo, guys. No echo. Okay, we good. Okay, good.
Kevin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, go ahead and talk in the chat. I'm about to drop down with my laptop and come in with my iPad. Okay, so you can talk to the chat. Okay. All right.
I bet. All right, so listen, Mob Deuce, you 100% own it. I'm sure looks like you remember that day that this came out. So the way that happened with the coming on to me thing. So we left from Dwight's mansion to go back to our apartment, and she asked me on our way back to our apartment if I would make her a turkey wing. Now I make a hell of a turkey wing, right? So she comes over, I get the turkey wing ready and throw it in the air fryer. And while it's in the air fryer, I go sit down on the couch. She comes in the living room, straddles me, sits on my lap, starts kissing me. And I was trying to push her off of me, but the way she had me grabbed on the couch, she was on me like a spider. So I had to stand up just to kind of get her off of me. And then I set her outside. I not like Dino off of Fred Flintstone, but I kind of pushed her out the door and closed the door or whatever. And I messaged her and told her that that's not cool. And I actually texted exactly what she did and told her, asked her, do I need to leave? Because that's not cool. Like, Dwight's my best friend. Like, I'm not trying to lose my job. And if you can't, act no better than that, I'll just leave and wait till you leave and then I'll come back. And she was just like, nah, she won't try it again. Now this was kind of early on when she first got there. So I'd say about midway through, she's probably been there a month. So let's just say we still got 2 more months to go. She's still very flirty. Still sends me crazy texts and stuff like that, but she don't try me like she did before. But after she ends up leaving, she tells Christine that I came on to her. Christine tells Dwight. Dwight comes home from practice and asks me about it. As soon as he asked me, I hand him my phone. So it's him, his maid, um, and a couple of other workers that's with him right there. His bodyguard, and he pulls out the phone and he's looking at it right there in front of everybody, and he can see all the messages and see how she still kept trying to flirt with me and stuff like that. So I mean, it was nothing she could say after that because he saw it himself.
Come on. Can you hear me, Kevin?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, keep talking. You good. You can keep talking. I ain't got nothing for you.
Okay.
Keep talking. I'm just listening in. If I got something, I'll let you know.
All right. One of the things that you were speaking on earlier, I thought you was spot on when you were saying how she's trying to blame me for it not working out, and also trying to blame being mind effed for it not working out. And you got to stop that. You're a grown up. You should make right decisions. You knew you had a boyfriend. If Dwight calls you and asks you to come down for COVID, why would you go if you got a man? Because she had a business too, so she put all that on hold and left and came down. Why? She's not saying that part. I know exactly why. It was for Polly. I mean, he asked her over the phone if she would do it, told her what he was trying to do, and then she came for that. But when things don't work out, you can't blame anybody in terms of the way she's going about it is making everybody the problem. And like I said, the contradiction that she's doing right now is in the text message that she sends to Callie and them, it's Kevin is this bad guy. Dwight's a good person. She's worried about Dwight. And I'm using charm and being a yes man to stir him away from the right direction and his family. But right now, her whole theme is Dwight is a monster. Dwight's an evil person, a mean person, and he's been this way for the whole 17 or 18 years that she's known him or had Braylon with him. So you can't now make it where I am deceiving this good-hearted person that's been putting you through hell for 17 years. That makes no sense. But it shows you her plot changed. So a couple years ago, when she's helping Callie and them, it's I'll make Dwight look good so we can ruin Kevin, but still keep Dwight good. Maybe she still felt like she had a chance with Dwight. And I guess now it's like, shit, fuck Dwight. You see what I'm saying?
Bet. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So Kev, let me you really articulating this now because people, I don't know if I did this story any justice. I had a lot of technical errors.
Yeah, you're doing good.
But at the end of the day, the inconsistencies, the alignment of with enemies, is we know that it's all too familiar with us. And when
Absolutely.
somebody is just willing to align herself, I don't know, it's almost like they're seeking who else feel away. And they seek these people out and try to line up with their stories.
That's exactly what they do. When Callie and I fell out, he became a hub for people to come to with their gripes or whatever the case may be. If you notice, when each of these people tell you why they upset with me, it is not proportional to the behavior that they putting out towards me. You see what I'm saying? It's not proportional at all. Somebody will say, I don't like Kevin because he changed. But they've been on a 4-year spree trying to ruin my name because I changed my content. That doesn't make any sense.
Mm.
A lot of these people have huge crushes on you, man, to be honest with you, or a huge admiration for you. And what they'll do is they'll try and destroy you because you don't want to be around them anymore. You see what I'm saying? And you've seen this in this so-called saga. People who you think are your friends, they'll just betray you and almost seem like your enemy. Go saying harsh things about you, take things that you confided in them with and go spread them. And you can just see people turning. And that's kind of the same things that happened there. When I first met Royce, we hit it off. She was really cool, really good friend, man, at first, until the coming on to me thing happened. And, and then we were still kind of cool until Callie went live. When Callie went live, it changed everything. Royce was scared of Callie because he's on the phone threatening to come shoot up the place. So she's afraid of him. She knows he's crazy though. We always laughing at him at first, like, because we all know he was high. We all know that it was no sex party. Like, trust me, And so, but when he started doing the threats and stuff, she's like, oh hell, this motherfucker crazy, So she's trying to run to Dwight's room and wake him up because he's still sleeping. Wake up! This man trying to hurt the house, and she's just panicking, man. She runs to Tino. She starts stuff between me and Tino by telling Tino that while Callie's bad-mouthing him online, I didn't care enough to even tell Tino. That's what she's telling Tino. But that's what she's telling Tino. But all Callie said about Tino is, I don't like the Tino nigga. Like he just kept saying the Tino nigga, but he didn't give Tino his real name, his whole name, or nothing. So I didn't see any reason why Tino should be worried. But Tino confronted me about it that same day, like, why you didn't come tell me that he was talking about me? And I'm like, I'm looking at the live trying to piece together what he's saying about me. He didn't
Okay.
say enough about you. You see what I'm saying?
What, Kevin? Because you hold on, we're gonna unpack that. Hold on. I got a ton of stuff to unpack right there, and it's just that little bit you just said. But before I go any further, listen, y'all, my platform is not monetized. I'm still working on it, but my Cash App is up. So anybody that want to be a blessing to me, please feel free. I can definitely use whatever God placed on your heart. And I want to shout out to Harmony Speaks for the Cash App. Thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate your support, whether it was a like or a view, but the fact that you even came over here and gave me a Cash App, that's heartfelt. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, sweetie. Appreciate your support. Let me say this, Kevin. It's so much to unpack. And I don't know if you're going to take me somewhere else where I forget some other things to say, but I want to stop right there.
All right.
Where you say that this man went on his platform and threatened to shoot up the place.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world will make a man do that when there's kids that live in that house with Dwight?
Right. But then you got to think. He said he told me he had a GUN at the gate. He said, I got a gun in my backpack, or whatever. And I just said, bro, you need to relax, bro. Like, ain't no need for all of that, you know. But if you got that in your backpack, why are you gonna leave and get online and say it? That's why I say it's all clout chasing, because he ended up sending his baby mama back. Well, not his baby mama, but Angie, his girlfriend. He sent her back to the crib to pick up his camera equipment later on that day by herself. He didn't even ride with her. He sent her out there by her damn self. So he knew the place wasn't dangerous, because if he did, he wouldn't have sent her back out there by herself. So that was all publicity stunt. Royce didn't know him at the time, so she believed him. But I told her, ain't nobody gonna say that out loud online. You see what I'm saying? He hightailed it out of there like he was scared. Why would he come back and shoot the place? And that big old house, who do you think he would hit from that gate? I mean, he knows where he is, and he knows it's impossible to do some type of drive-by thing on that house. Like, that's stupid. The bullet might not even reach the damn house. That's how far the house is back off the road.
That is crazy. TT, thank you for the Cash App, sweetie. Thank y'all. Anybody that's enjoying this live, listen. I'm telling you, 2024 been a year of exposure, but it's also vindicating some people. It's vindicating my boy Kevin. This right here is vindication. I don't care what this woman say after this.
Oh, she already blew it.
Name dropping this man for what? Let me ask you, Kevin, because I know you got a lot to say. I know you about to put it on a stick. How many workers worked for Dwight, and how many was there on job that night?
All right, I'm gonna count on my hand real quick. Okay, so we had 2 maids, female maids. He got Lewis, which was Lewis kind of did what I did. He was the house manager. You could say Lewis was more high ranking than me. When Dwight came home, I kind of like gave the job over, because Dwight was more like, hey, bro, I want to chill, man. I want to hang out, and you my homie. I don't really this ain't fun with you having to work all the time. So Lewis kind of took over mainly. But so you got 2 maids, you got Lewis, you got 2 bodyguards, which is male. So let's see, let me see, 2 maids, that's 2, Lewis, me, 4, 2 bodyguards, 6 people, 6 workers on the property.
And how many you think was there that night? How many people?
So you got 6 employees on the property. Then you had Royce, Christine, you had Tino, who I didn't even count as a worker, but he is a worker. But I didn't count it because he don't work for the house. He worked directly for Dwight. He was like a deep tissue massage therapist. All right. So you got Royce, Christine, you got both of their kids. So I would say that night probably had it's probably eight of us there. But then you had Dwight invited like a few friends and family too, so it was probably like 10 of them there. So it was a house full of people.
So so that's why this is the reason why I'm gonna follow it up real quick. The reason why that I had to ask that, because do you not know how many people, even the ones they wanted to rename nameless, is trying to hold on to their reputation, and Cali is on a tangent to say something crazy happened in Dwight Howard's house.
Oh yeah. And
That is
Roy's tripping for backing it up because she's already confirmed it. She's like best friends, really, really close with Tino. And it's funny because she knows that it was just a normal shroom ceremony. That's not her first one with us, so she knows that. And so she's trying to keep Tino's name out of it because she's trying to project that it was such a some type of different type of experience. But it's like you're doing this, and you already put the mayor in it. You done said Dwight know the DA. So you saying this, so if it becomes a bigger story, they're gonna want to know who all those names are, and you're really gonna embarrass Tino because you're saying that it's far different than what actually happened. You see what I'm saying?
correct.
And if you saw Tino in the video with me on introducing the podcast that we were gonna do, you can tell he's a professional. He takes his job really serious. I actually owe a lot of my healing to Tino. Like I was out there working out using Dwight's gym and stuff to work out every day, but he would give me massages and stuff to try to help wake up my muscles. They had atrophy, and without him, bro, I don't think I could have recovered as good as I did during that time period. You know what I mean? So he definitely know what he's doing. He's good at his job, and I guess he's afraid that something like this being on his name could hurt him overall. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Now, I'm glad you said that. I just put up one of your pictures of you working yourself back to good health.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to ask you, because there was a timeline that you worked for Dwight and you no longer was there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you help us? I know you've probably done multiple lives where you probably explained this to this whole sector, but because this story is kind of like now, I'm almost like I would say this is probably my first time I'm this deep into it.
Yeah.
And I want to know, what was your timeline like? What was it?
So what you're looking at right here is about 3 to 4 months after my surgery. So I'm actually still on bed rest right here. So I look ripped up, but my muscles and stuff are still real soft because my dad atrophied. So I look pretty decent, but I'm only 135 pounds right here. If my son would have been standing beside me right here, he would have made me look real small. So I look cut, but guys, I'm so frail. I'm sticking bones, honestly, skin and bones. But anyway, I got hired to work for Dwight probably about a year or something after this, D-Ham. So that's probably around like December of 2020, around like March of December of 2019. In March of 2020 was COVID. And that's when Dwight came home from the Lakers and the NBA had shut down. And so when he comes home on like March 15th, I think a week later, Melissa Rios died. And when she died, Lacey was actually there with me when Melissa Rios died. I mean, she saw Dwight Howard cry right in front of her and everything. I think 2 days later, he's coming back with Christine and Royce and David and all of them. So therein lies my time with Royce and them. And it was about 3 months. Callie came out there. It was probably around close to July that we did this room thing. That's when we had our big blow up. And about 2 weeks after that, Royce left. And so did I. That's when I went and started my poly union. But I mean, I look at this whole thing. I just want to say this real quick. What Royce did, man, is she cracked this whole thing open. So for 6 years now, Callie been lying about the whole scene, lying about who all was in the house. He's been perpetrating it. I moved in with Dwight alone, and nobody else lived in the house but me and Dwight. That's how he's been telling this story. And I've been saying, dude, this house was full of staff members and everything, bro. And he acts like it's not. But keep in mind, he don't know Royce. So if Royce was there for 3 months and he only saw Royce the day he came out there, that means Callie didn't come out there for 3 months.
Wow.
And I kept telling guys that me and Callie for a while there were not hanging out like that. And he kept calling me a stranger online and stuff. And so I feel like Callie came out there and got jealous. So Callie had not met Royce at all. So he keeps saying, where did Lacey come from if you was with Shy? Ask Shy if she know Royce now. You see what I'm saying? And if
Yeah.
they do, it's because they got connected after the fact. But if Sha met Royce, it's probably one time. But Royce and Lacey was out there with me pretty much the whole time with Royce and them. And so when he says that, where did Lacey come from? It's like, dude, you wasn't there. You act like my life pauses when you're not around me or some shit. Like he's a weirdo, bro. Complete weirdo. But he says that there was nobody in the house. Turns out, as you can see, it was a house full of people. And then he even says once he made his video, he said Dwight kicked me out and I had to go use Lacey for money. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if Dwight and I are gay together, why wouldn't I just get the bread from Dwight? Why would he kick me out? If you kick me out, I'm telling the world we gay. What you mean?
Exactly.
You ain't about to kick me out. What you mean?
Exactly. And I want to show a picture of you prior to going through your surgery, because another rumor that he's trying to spread that you had liposurgery.
Right.
Is this how you look before your stomach was removed?
Yeah, that's the event before my surgery. So I was already a vegan. I was vegan about a year right here. Probably weighed like 205, something like that. I'm 6 foot even, so about 205 right here. And as you can see, I'm obviously not fat, but they always say I got the surgery because I was fat.
And here you are going through the surgery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is your way working yourself back to health.
Yep.
And this is how you look.
Right, and you see the date on that, right? July the 8th, 2020?
July the 8th, 2020.
Okay, we're at an Airbnb right here. This is Jamie and Lacey are actually with me. Jamie or Lacey's taking this picture right here. This is our first vacation together to formally get to know each other before we actually got our place to move in and start our poly union. So we did a couple Airbnb visits, weekend visits and week visits to get to know each other like that. And this was our very first one. So as you can see, I've already started my poly union, and that was July the 8th right there, 2020.
And so were you still a staff member at Dwight Howard house at this time?
No, I'd already gone.
You were already gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
at this point, Callie and them is mocking me and got it on the internet that I got kicked out. That's what they're telling the world, that Dwight kicked me out.
That's terrible work.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible work. And I just wanted to highlight some things, because your journey back to health was a complete scary thing. I mean, what you went through was very scary. And then they try to also throw what he's been doing as of late is, if he can't get people to believe that you're gay, and he says that no gay thing he ever saw you do, and the fruit, offer him fruit, was gay, when it clearly sees that you need the fruit nutrients to help you out if you're on the shrooms, because people was literally throwing up.
Right.
So if someone is trying to get around all of those dynamics, the next thing he's trying to throw out there is you're a scammer.
Absolutely.
And that's what he's now trying. The theory he wants to push the most. Mm-hmm. Now, you a man coming off your a health scare.
Mm-hmm.
Can't financially feed yourself. You in need. You down. You don't know how you're gonna recover. I even heard a video of you going back and forth with people who wish death on you because you denounce Christianity to a certain extent.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't that you were saying you don't believe in God to the point where there is no God. But what you're trying to do is you were enlightening people based on how you interpreted your God.
Right. I was just saying I don't believe in the God that we were taught to believe in. You see what I'm saying? The way we were taught to see God, I don't believe it. I don't believe that. I don't believe the man-made version of God, so to speak. And of
And
course, mhm,
because of that, the communities that do believe in Christianity or however the different denominations are, you begin to be at odds with people that disagree with your worldviews.
of course, they're gonna send you hateful messages because it's not every day they hear somebody disagree with their religion, especially when you're black and stuff like that too. So yeah, when I ended up having to have my stomach removed, what they were basically saying was because you walked away from belief and your faith, God is making this happen to you. And so my response would be, listen, my sister was a Christian and she literally just died. My mother was a Christian and literally just died of the same disease. So if God's going to punish me with that same disease for not believing and he let them die for believing, I'm probably not going to get the message. And I just think it's so cruel when religious people do that and play with God like that. They get to say who God cursing and blessing. And if you remember the story of Job, many people thought that Job was being cursed because he had sinned, but he was in fact being tested because he was righteous. And so I think it's crazy that people, if they see you doing bad, they automatically assume that you've done something wrong. But why not assume that they've done something great? Because that's exactly why Job was punished. The worst happened to him because he was faithful, not because he was bad. You remember they mocked him. You must have done something to offend God, right?
You own it, brother. Let me tell you, Job. They said Job lost. In the scripture, it says he lost everything.
Everything, even his
His
children.
cattle, his stock, I think some of even his children died.
All of them, all 7 of his children he lost.
His wife came to him and said, "You ought to just curse God and just die yourself."
Absolutely.
And he told her, "You sound foolish."
Mm-hmm.
So in this situation, you had to really pass the test.
Right.
You had to actually believe within yourself that you can get through this.
Mm-hmm.
This is powerful, man. Your journey in life is a story. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know when I know you say you wrote many books, but I don't know if you wrote your life story yet.
No, I haven't, and most people probably wouldn't believe it, man. I have quite an impact on people, and I always have my whole life. Whole life. It doesn't matter. Men and women, they've always taken to me in a way that seemed kind of otherworldly. Not like some type of sex symbol, but like a spiritual leader. It's always been that, man. And so people like Callie and all the people that you see connected to him now, they all came to me from different parts of the world because of things that I was saying. And they followed me like I was their preacher or modern day Jesus, if you will. And all it took was for Callie to come to a couple of events and be very deceptive the way he went about things. If he don't like something, he goes around to other people and talks about it, and he stirs stuff up. It's kind of like the God Lucifer type thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so let's say I was going to do I was doing this event thing, World Ventures, to help us travel more, meet each other. He looked at it like it was a get rich quick scheme or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
A
And
pyramid
so
scheme.
a pyramid scheme, right? Which is fine if that's your disagreement if you see it that way. But if that's how you see it, stay out of it. Why are you going around to different members trying to discourage them from doing it, storming out when I have meetings about it? Like, dude, you're the problem. And then now because of all the gossip they do, without you having a word to say, they'll form up alliances against you. They call it triangulation, alienation. And so by the time I figured anything out, Callie got everybody mad at me. So one of them think I said they cooking was bad. Another one think that I said something bad about. It's always something that they never saw me do, but they heard about it. It's always some hearsay stuff, and they just definitely mistreated me. So that's literally why I stopped doing this. When Callie started lying on me, calling me a scammer, I was still on bed rest, D-Ham. So I'm on bed rest from August I think the 29th of 2018 to a whole year later. You understand? So I don't have time to do any collections or feeding the homeless. None of that. It was all about my healing. The scamming accusation came from Josh, And that was before I met Callie. Think about this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is accusing me of scamming with my businesses with Josh. This is before Callie. And of course, Josh stole money from me, and I told someone, and that's why he's accusing me of scamming. You've heard the whole phone call.
Right.
So Callie knew it was a lie. So we built a friendship. Like, he knew it was a lie, and we forged a friendship from that point and was friends for years after that. He never called me a scammer until the day he accused me of handing him fruit with my hip shaking. All of a sudden, that same day, I was gay, a scammer, giving women STDs. I drugged women and then rape them. I mean, he had a whole bunch of accusations on me in the same day, bro. That's why I say it's clout chasing. He figured in this moment, I'm gonna destroy this man, and I'm gonna use the other people that hate him to do it. They were all on teams that day, and that's why I second guess it and look at it like he came to the house to do that, because I had not saw him in a couple of months, and I had a couple of falling outs with Shy, and Shy was Angie's best friend, Callie's girl best friend, and Shy started disrespecting me. If we had a disagreement, she would call and talk to Angie about it, and then Callie would call and talk to me about it. It was weird shit. Weird shit.
I already know he was trying to he was working with people that had a dislike for you to try to organize a hate group and get everybody to kind of go along with how they already seen things as far as their disgruntledness.
Right.
Now, let me ask you something, Cav. There's another story that's out here about Callie's wife.
Yeah.
Tyre. At Dwight Howard's house. What was this the same day?
No, it was a couple of weeks before. Dwight had let Angie, Callie's girlfriend, use his mansion to throw her kids a party. Okay. So she came to the crib. Shy came from Virginia with her sons to have this party at Dwight's house. And this is where Angie's tire goes flat. It's Labor Day. I think it's Labor Day. It's one of those days that the tire places are closed. I think it's Labor Day. But anyway, Angie's about to leave, and Shy's walking her out. Shy's on her way out too. Dwight had a girl that just came to see him, but his dog had a seizure, so Dwight had to run his dog to the damn vet. So he asked me to keep the girl company. Right now, keep in mind, I work for Dwight, so Shy knows this. I gotta keep this girl company. So I'm sitting here with her. We just sitting here talking, and then Shy comes back inside the place. I think she's thinking that I'm lying to her, and I'm actually kicking it with this girl. But when she walked in, she says, "Hey, Angie's car broke. Angie's tire flat in the front yard." I said, "Okay, what do you need?" She said, "Can we get her a tire or something?" And I said, "Yeah." I checked. The tire place was closed. I said, "It's Labor Day. What else do you need me to do?" And she said, "I don't know. Like, you think we can get a tow truck?" I said, "Matter of fact, yeah, let's get a tow truck, and then I'll replace her tire tomorrow." So that's what I did. I asked Angie if she wanted to sit inside of my apartment while she waits for the tow truck, and she didn't. She wanted to sit outside talking to Tino. Her and Tino sat out there for a couple of, however long it took for the tow truck guy to get there, probably over an hour. They sat out there doing some talking and stuff. Might have walked around a little bit. They might even went inside of one of the rooms in my apartment. I don't know. It ain't my business. But either way, I'm seeing Callie a couple days later. On the day he left the house about the shrooms. Before he even tells me about the gay stuff, supposedly, he's telling me about this car. And that's another reason I doubt his shroom experience. Because why would you talk to me about this car first? If you try me, bro, I don't give a damn what happened with you about my wife's tire, bro. I'm never mentioning that to you. That's not a thing to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's on camera like this. He said, "I just found this out." What you mean? Well, basically, he said that I was trying to have an attitude about his girlfriend. So he's trying to say, when Shy came to ask me to tell me about the car, I looked at Shy and said, "Yo, what you want me to do?" Like, pretty much like, it ain't my business. I don't give a damn about that girl. It ain't my girl. That's how he's trying to. That's how Shy told him I said it. But even if she told him I said it like that, so it ain't my girl. That's your girl.
Yeah.
So I would actually be upset with my girl for asking another person to get them out of that situation. I wouldn't have been upset at the dude for not wanting to get her out of the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I didn't put up no fight about it. It was about $700. I took care of the car and everything. He never paid me back either, by the way.
What?
Never, bro. It was as if he never knew I fixed the tire. He never mentioned it to me. The only time I ever heard him mention the tire was when he was mad about how he think I handled it, which was crazy. So he's like, basically telling me that you and Dwight could have bought her a whole new car. Like anybody obligated to doing anything like that. He's mad at me for.
Well, Kevin, I'm still haven't got past the fact that they found a way. Hold on, man. Before I even say what I'm got to say, I gotta say this first of all. He's causing all kind of negative publicity on Dwight Howard's residence.
Absolutely.
And here it is right now that I finally comprehend the fact. I always knew that this tire situation happened at the Dwight Howard house. And I think you did brush over what was going on. But this is my first time really fully comprehending that Callie and his girl got access and permission by Dwight to have a party at his house.
Right. And people that offer them a couple $100,000 to do weddings and stuff there, he's turning them down. He let them do that shit at no cost, bro.
Man, this is some betrayal on another level.
It is.
Ungratefulness on another level, brother.
Oh yeah. And now check this out now. On his first video, can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. This got me hot. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say on his first video, where he's making all the accusations, he starts off about the car, right?
Yeah.
And, he's basically telling me that me and Dwight could have fixed the car for her, and why didn't I sit outside with her? Like he's talking like she's on the side of the highway. She's in a gate where she's completely protected, and you know that because you're there all the time. So why are you yelling on camera trying to make the world think I had her in a dangerous place? She was good. She stood out there talking, and he's like, why wouldn't you sit out there with him? And I told him, I said, bro, I wouldn't want you out there talking to my girl. Get your ass away from her. She good. She don't need to talk to you. I don't sit up in girls' faces, bro. What I look like? You don't want nothing being said. Where I'm from, you don't let your good be evil spoken of. That was like my mantra, bro. So I'm not gonna be caught alone talking to your girl. I'm gonna leave the room when you leave it, or when you leave, I'm gonna get quiet. I'm not about to be sitting here talking to your girl. So he's mad. Basically, what it is, I think he feels some kind of way about Tino and his girl. So he wanted me to be outside to mediate, but she a grown ass woman, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Man, it just baffles me because let's just say she did take you up on an offer and sat in your apartment while the tow truck came. It could have been a story out of that.
Right. Yeah, it'd been like he could have probably accused me of doing something with her. And like I said, like I told him, I said she was outside talking to Tino. You mad at me? You just tell your girl don't talk to people. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like if you don't want your girl talking to people, tell her don't talk to people. Don't fuss at me because she out there talking to Tino. He take all his problems on other people. He take his problems out on other people, I should say. Because you gotta think about this, bro.
Yeah.
If your girl break down at some millionaire's house, I bet you the rule is she still got to call you so you can fix the car, right?
Correct.
And if she asks that man for money before you're gonna have a problem with that, right?
I'm absolutely because
right.
I'm gonna feel embarrassed first of all.
Right, because you're my wife. You're not his wife.
Correct.
So why didn't she call him and ask him for the bread? Why is she calling me?
Man, that's the part, man, that you could tell that he's very entitled. He felt like as if, I don't know, it's almost like he's entitled to whatever he feels in the moment. And like you ought to do what he think you ought to do.
That's exactly right. Dude, when he went online and said this, man, a guy commented and said, if you was a man, you wouldn't even have been in that situation. That hurt his feelings so bad. You got to look at that video and see his response. When he saw it, his face lit up. He said, let me get this man. He had to delete him out. He didn't have no response for it. I mean, you sitting here fussing at another man about your wife's car. Dude, do you know how you look right now, bruh?
Like an idiot.
Right. And I'm
And
talking about this the dude who you said just came on to you. Why is that the first thing you mentioning? If I thought you came on to me, fuck that car and that tire, bro.
you ain't never lied.
I'm just gonna talk. We're gonna have a problem with the fruit, and I don't care about the tire no more. And if my girl was saying talk to him about that tire too, I'm like, girl, get out my. That tire is nothing. That ain't nothing to even talk about.
Correct.
That's the first thing he mentioned. And look, when he starts giving his thing, he goes, I got into his house. Man, he got a whole damn the way he described, you got a whole apartment or a whole damn structure over there. Like he got his whole shit over there. So the way he's saying it, you could tell he's jealous. And you got to think, he hadn't saw me in 3 months. He knows I'm friends with Dwight. So he's probably thinking he's losing his friend. So he comes over there and he see I got my own crib laid out. And then he probably thinking, damn, he ain't gonna be my friend no more. And I think that's what it was. Because it went from Kevin offered me fruit to Dwight and Kevin are gay. So he's saying these things that would draw a wedge between friendships. It's like he's jealous of our friendship more than about the fruit stuff.
Wow.
Because if you actually see his every live he put up, it was just trolling about me and Dwight being gay, not me offering him fruit. But he always say he never saw Dwight as being gay at all. So how all of a sudden you think me and Dwight gay? It was a thing to be so embarrassing that it wouldn't make me want to hang around him no more. And it actually worked because I'm not gay at all, and I have nothing against gay people, but you know, straight people do kind of feel weird about hanging out with gay people. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of feel like you got nothing in common, even though I know me and Dwight got a lot in common. It was weird. And so I did kind of fall back off of Dwight just because when I was with him, it felt weird. When people would see us, I would be like, they probably think we on some gay shit. It really got in my head. And that's what triangulation looks like. They try to make you feel ashamed of your friendship or something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Big fact.
And then Josh tried the same thing by trying to tell Dwight he had a fugitive in his house. So you got to think, Dwight played for the Lakers. It's videos out there saying that Dwight got a fugitive in his house. That could look bad. And then you got Callie out here saying that gay stuff going on. And that could make him, or not gay, but rapey stuff going on. And Dwight even said the Lakers asked him about it. They called him in the office and actually asked him about it. But once they looked at the stuff Callie was saying, they knew it was bullshit. Now they got body language analyzers and everything. So they looked at the video and said he's clearly lying. And so they left it alone, but just told Dwight, be careful who he hangs out with because that could cost your career. You see what I'm saying?
Wow. This man is bringing that much attention to Dwight Howard that
it didn't go viral, but anybody who is valuable, anybody who Dwight was valuable to, sponsors and all that, they're going to see that stuff because they got people who and attorneys who scour the web for that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Callie likes to say it went viral. To this day, that video has no more than 5,000 views. It's been up for 6 years. It's not viral, but people connected to Dwight, like his friends, Royce and them, they saw it because they telling each other about it. Go look at this video that just came out. So it's those type of people. And most of the people who saw that knows that nothing like that happened at that house. And like I said, I think Callie is trying to act like he's happy, like Royce is backing him up. But I think if he really looks at the picture, he'll know she really didn't back him up nowhere. She even said the argument happened outside, just like I said.
Well, this is the thing. When she goes on VladTV, she's giving her experience as if it was all about her child. She keeps leaving her child in the room, but she keeps coming outside, walking the dog, playing with fireflies. And she must have seen Callie going off, of course. She gives this story as if the next day the house was so in a hot mess, as if it's been a trap house, that they literally had to go through the house getting rid of things, throwing it away in fear of a raid or something going to happen because of this man's mouth. Can you give us some insight on that?
Okay, yeah. So you know how she's saying that it was different pronouns and stuff there?
Yeah.
I maybe I need to do my work on pronouns, but where I'm from, I thought pronouns were just what people call themselves. You don't actually have to have a look to be a pronoun, right?
Correct.
So for her to say, I saw a bunch of pronouns, it sounds like just some bullshit. Because how do you see a pronoun? You could see a dude look just like me or you, and they call themselves them or they. I mean, you see what I'm saying? So
No,
if
no,
you're
no,
saying
no.
you saw a bunch
Well,
of
well,
funny,
well, well, well. And I want you to finish your thought. But what I think pronouns is the alphabet community.
right? So if that's what she saw, she should have just said, "I saw gay people there." But instead, she said, "I saw a bunch of pronouns there." That's what I mean by it's very vague, weird shit, right? You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
So she could have said, "I saw some people there that looked like they could have voted that way." You see what I'm saying? But she
Right.
knows the men look like men and the women look like women. It was normal people, bro. So she knows that, and Callie knows that. Now keep in mind this. She also said she fake took them, right?
She fake what?
She says she fake
Oh
took the
yeah,
shroom.
fake took the shroom.
But on Vlad, she acts like she walks into a surprise party, like she didn't know about it.
That's a fact. That's exactly what I think. I
Right.
saw. I heard.
So on Vlad, she paints it like she woke up, walked over there, and bam, there was a party. But now it's I fake took the shrooms because I don't know these people like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, make up. And I think that's because she's heard me say she was on it too. So now she goes, I spit it out because she knows I can't tell her she didn't spit it out because I didn't see that. But the fact that she says she walked outside of her crib and saw fireflies, the surroundings was beautiful. And it was in her system. That's why it looked so beautiful. That's why that's a memorable moment for her. It's because it was in her system. And that's also why she's panicking. So I said that to say she's telling the truth. When Callie made the video, she did go in a panic and she did run around the house looking to see if any shrooms was on the floor, the ground outside, everything, because she was man, it's on the tip of my tongue, paranoid. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that did happen. Not that it was actually paraphernalia everywhere, but she did go looking, and Tino and them did go looking. The groundskeepers did go looking because if the cops showed up, we didn't want it to be like, like it was really some crazy stuff going on. So they did go looking. I don't know if they found a whole bunch of stuff, but they did go looking.
Okay. Now, that being said, I believe that part too. I could see Callie going crazy on the internet, and anybody who's there at the house is now looking at each other like, what in the world?
Yeah, we're watching the video laughing, like, because we're like, he'll calm down, man. It'll be fine. We're thinking it'll be something we laugh about. But like I said, he's still high to this damn day.
Well, Sino, you believe you must be coming in this live with the mindset, believe all women. That ain't what this live is. We not
No,
believing
I don't think that.
everything.
Hang on. I don't think so. She says, "Come on now. We know that she wanted to be more relevant in his life than what she was. That's it. That's all. Everything else the woman is probably saying is true. Oh no, it's not. I see what you're saying. Nah, it ain't.
No. Yeah, and then before that, she said, "Don't try to debunk her story." We're gonna debunk the story because it's inconsistent. It's too many inconsistencies that we are noticing. And this man is in the photo with her, and she keeps name dropping him out of all the employees that were there.
But now, keep in mind, the way she shares this, she never accuses me of anything at all. She's telling the truth. She says that Callie was mad at Kevin about some gay stuff, so she ain't lying. So she's not trying to spin this narrative that I'm gay, at least not yet. It sounds like she's trying to throw Callie a bone to get people to see his story, and then Callie can accuse me of being gay. But I think Royce is going to play the I wasn't in it, I wasn't over there type of deal, but give him some light. That's what it seems like, because it seems like she's like telling the truth. So she told the truth so far. She saw Dwight throwing up. She saw somebody peeing. She said that she saw me and Callie arguing on the way out, which is true. But Callie has already said what he said to me on the way out the gate. So this is how you can know where Royce may be thinking she's telling the truth, but she's not. She says that on Callie's way out of the gate, he was like, "You tried me, you dick in the booty ass nigga," right? Callie says that he says, which is what I also said he said was he threatened to shoot me, and he said I tried him, and he was going to call 911. He said nothing about gay while he was on the property. He didn't tell me about the gay stuff until he left the property, because if he'd have told me that on the property, my reaction would have been to hit him, because I would have been angry that he would even think I was like that. That would have been my first response. I'd have been like, what you say? I'd have took it like an insult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he just kept saying, you tried me. And I know that I had checked him early that day about a disagreement. And I'm thinking that's what he's talking about. You know, but whenever he said, whenever he was on his video talking about the damn tire, I said, get to the point. What is you mad about? He's like, I'm gonna tell you, nigga, wait. And then he finally gets to the part. He was like, this is why I'm mad at you. It was because you handed me that fruit. And I said, dude, fruit is delicious. What's the problem? And then he keeps adding it. No, you handed me fruit with your hip shaking. And I'm laughing, but I'm texting like, boy, you are nuts. Boy, you know damn well. And that's when I said, this is nothing. Because I'm everybody in the chat's laughing at the time because they know it sounds stupid. Why would he offer you fruit with his hip shaking? That sounds stupid, bro. You know?
Absolutely. And this is the thing, Sino. Was you there, Sino? Was you in the house? Or you following the video like everybody else? Do you know this girl, Sino? Was she there? Was you there, Sino? It seemed like you just got a YouTube page just like everybody else. So you can't come in here. You can't come in here in this live and disrupt it. I'm gonna let you stay, but you can't come in here and act like you know something and you wasn't part of the story.
See, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right here. She says that there are no inconsistencies. See, no, I'll tell you one. Okay, one inconsistency is she said that she faked taking the shrooms, and she said she sit there for 30 minutes and then she left. Now, when she comes back over to the house, she goes to the maid, and now she's shocked that they're having shrooms with Braylon in the house. But she actually fake took them, so she knew that was happening. So she is trying to share the story in a way that makes her look innocent of doing shrooms or having anything to do with it, while making it look like Dwight has marijuana and he does shrooms, but she does the same things. So even when she talked about how Dwight smoked marijuana, she moves into she has a marijuana card and she does edibles. So what if I told you every night we smoked and she had edibles? We played Uno, laughed, did karaoke, and she always had the edibles. And she said Dwight smoked all day, every day. And she had an edible every few hours, all day, every day. She stayed blazed up too. It was COVID. Nobody had nothing to do. We was just chill. We was having fun.
Correct.
But she makes it seem like she don't really smoke or do weed like that. And she also don't do shrooms, but we did them a couple of times together. So she is sharing the story in a way that makes her look, she's trying to make herself look innocent while making look bad. But the shroom and all that stuff was really spiritual stuff. So I don't know how Dwight treats her when he's not around me. So I can't tell her what she said about their personal relationship outside of me is false. But I can tell you anything about COVID and how their interactions were at COVID. And during COVID, she was a problem. She couldn't get over any past grievances. She couldn't just move forward into the future and let everything go. She always had to bring up something old. You said earlier, I don't think that they ever was engaged in nothing. They actually never even dated. And so this would have actually been their first time actually dating if they would have been able to work this out. But they had a lot of issues and trauma over the years that Royce just couldn't seem to let go. Christine, sweetheart, she seemed like she was fine and ready to go, but Royce was a problem. She really was. But I definitely understand her plight though. She was bitter. She really liked him. And I don't think she liked him for his money, but I think she liked him for his security. And I don't find fault in either. Women should choose men that can provide and somebody they're attracted to. And I can't tell her that she has to wait for somebody she's attracted to if she meets somebody that can provide. You got a family. That's first and foremost important. So I think that she more so sees Dwight for the resources, where Christine actually is in love with the man. Because when Royce got there, she didn't seem that she was into Dwight at all. She was everywhere but where she was supposed to be. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But I do think she had her hopes up, thinking that, you know, this could be my meal ticket and we could be straight and have access to his wealth and stuff like that. And so when it didn't go well, she really got let down off that, you know.
That's it. You don't go back to your abuser in hoping that you're not, you have a wonderful life, and you leaving the boyfriend you're currently with in order to do this. Now, I could see if there was no man in her life and she just was like, you know what I'm saying? Let me go try this out. But if you're actually involved in a relationship and your first thought, as soon as you get text by your baby daddy, you breaking up with your man and you going back to this house for COVID.
Right.
So you gotta do your research. We talking to somebody who's actually there. You wasn't there.
Right. I think she is a little bit going off of personal experience. I don't know what she means when she says she's been a part of this life. What do you mean by this life, Cino? That could make a lot more sense to me. And if someone says, Lux Pearl says, I know Shakita Hamilton says, Kevin, you funny. I would have denied the fruits too with your hip shaking. They wasn't shaking, Shakita. That's the problem.
Yeah, let me help Shakita. Basically, what we read was that the hallucinations, the illusions of things, you are going to have those. And it also says something in one of those that I wanted, distortion. He said you're going to see distorted things, and that's what the psilocybin does to you. Things can become distorted. Now, basically, when Callie tells his story, which he's on video, he says that he's seen his face in the mirror come out his face. Can you explain that to us, Kevin?
Yeah, he said he looked in the mirror and saw himself turn into a demon, and the demon starts talking back to him, telling him that I'm on some dark side Illuminati stuff. He can't trust me. And it starts challenging him. He said it threatened to snatch him into the mirror, told him that he was a bitch, and all kind of stuff. The mirror treated him real bad, and I think he went in there twice and interacted with this mirror, or whatever the case may be. But I think that you guys are just having a misunderstanding with Cino. I don't know, Cino, what exactly is you saying is true? Because I think that maybe they think you're thinking.
I don't think we disagree with a lot of this. Me and you are like, I did a live yesterday, Cino, and I did a live expressing some of the things I'm gonna stand with Royce on. Okay, some things I'm gonna stand with her on, but a lot of this live is simply about her coming in connection with Callie, and they're literally organizing and plotting to do Kevin Wesley name drop anytime she gets in front of a camera. She's going to tell this story as the first sign that she noticed that Dwight possibly was on the DL. And she's telling this story with knowing that there was no DL stuff going on. But the way that she's telling it is she's saying the pronouns was there. So that's an insult to anybody who may be gay, to just assume because you're in the home that you're automatically doing something that's gay. And basically, Callie comes back and say he didn't see no pronouns there.
And you got to think, Royce said she saw people in the snake room dancing, and Callie said he heard people in the snake room moaning as if they were having sex. So she clearly didn't validate his story. So here's what I'm going to say. I think Royce is telling the truth, too, about much of it. Kind of like Cino. I think that even her perspective of saying she heard Callie cussing me out. When Callie went live the next day, she watched Callie call me gay a million times. So I think that she just conflates that argument with the live. But the things that Roy's saying is from a standpoint of truth, but you can see that her mindset has her perceiving things in a negative way because of how she is going into it. Take, for example, she talks about David and how Dwight introduced David at Thanksgiving dinner, how they didn't know that Melissa Rios was even pregnant with David, and their first time meeting David was right there. Hey, this is my son, and I'm thankful for him. Now, keep in mind, this happened. But the way Royce is looking at this is Dwight's a deadbeat and a horrible dad for introducing him in such a way. But what she doesn't know is Dwight didn't know he had this child. He introduced the child as soon as he knew. He flew her there and I want you to meet the family. So that's not a negative thing. And then he wasn't even dating Royce. So Royce is the first baby mama. So she's she's in his life as far as co-parenting, but you happen to be at Thanksgiving and you get to meet his other son and you judging him about how that happens. That's none of your business, really. You're a baby mother, but you're not his wife. You see, so Dwight did go, hey, this is David, and I'm thankful for him, and because he's meeting his new son, and he introduces him to everybody, and she's judging him, saying, you don't even know him. Lady, I'm getting to know him. Leave me alone. And then another way she looks at it badly is when Melissa Rios dies, she sees Dwight as a bad person for so-called going and taking his son from his grandmother. That's his son. She keeps saying, you didn't know him. Dwight's in the NBA. He don't get to see his kids like that because he travel a lot. But his kid knows who he is. So even if he had not saw his kid, if the mother dies, go get your kid. You next up. It's not the grandma that's next up. It's you next up. So
Right.
she acting like Dwight wrong for going and getting his own damn son, yo. She tells the story that he snatched her from the grandma. That's his child.
That's what she says. And that
I
is
told
sad.
her that too. I'm like, you tripping. Why do you think that? Because he's been around her longer. I don't give a shit who he been around. That's my child. I'm going to get him. And the grandma actually fought Dwight, was trying to take him to court over his son. How you trying to fight a man for custody over his damn child, yo?
Wow. This is crazy work. That's
that
crazy
makes no
work.
sense to me, bro. He is
Let me ask you women something. If you had a traveling job, which a lot of women do, especially in this day and time,
let's say
y'all.
Military, D-Ham. Say they stationed in the military. They
Yeah,
ain't saw their kid in 2 years, and their husband died. The kid ain't but 2 years old.
Correct.
And the husband died. Are they
and the
gonna
husband
say,
got
keep
the
it,
kid.
grandma?
The woman probably gonna come out of the military and get her child.
Right. And what if they try to fight her for the child? So I'm talking about you don't know him. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
That's crazy work.
Right.
And for her to be going out here to attach that part of Dwight's rights to his own child to make it connect to her story as he is a monster, that is defamatory, that's slanderous, and that's nasty work.
Right. How can he take his own child? It's his baby. That's his DNA.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
He shouldn't even be next up. He first up. They both first up. If she die, it's on him. You don't say, I'll let the grandma raise him. And the grandma should never fight. It might hurt you. You might say, man, I hate for that boy to move. I'd like to keep him. But if the daddy want him, you got to say, okay, cool. I got to respect that. You see what I'm saying?
Well, my thing is this. Maybe the grandmama felt like if I got the son, Dwight's going to have to pay me.
Right. And right. Oh, and check this out. So Cena mentioned parties. No. Royce is lying right there. Callie didn't mention that Dwight had a baby mama and a baby in that house. He never said that. Callie did say a child was running around in the house, but he didn't say whose child or anything. The reason Royce is saying my name is because Callie, my ex, reached out to Royce and asked her to give a statement on me that was negative. Royce agreed to do so and actually gave a negative statement on me and then asked to keep her out of it. That's why she's doing that. But her name, Royce's name, was never brought up at all. Callie only mentioned one girl at that house, and that was the girl that was in my apartment. That's the only girl he seemed to remember.
Well, at the end of the day, this man, Dwight Howard, has a right to the children that he is paying child support for. He has a right as a father, and he has a right to his love life and his love interests. And what this woman is doing is totally wrong. And I would say, if you were beaten, since Cassie is a believable victim that we all see she was victimized, it seemed like all of these women want to come out the woodwork and say, me too.
Right, and just like Callie, use someone else's story. And that's the stuff I don't like. If it happened to you, You would just say it happened to you. You wouldn't keep on using other celebrities that people know about. That's called appeal to majority, or appeal to a popular story. You call out this other story and then make people think, well, if it happened there, it must happen here. You see what I'm saying? And that's just not the way to do things, man. So ass
Absolutely,
backwards.
Sino. I think to be real with you, we have to understand that this man lived in a gated community. He had employees that were there. It wasn't just Kevin. It wasn't just Royce.
And Royce
But
confirmed that. And that's the groundskeeper and the personal trainer. And remember, Callie kept saying there was supposed to be someone there watching us, and I keep saying there was. The personal trainer Tina was watching us. He's experimented with these products before, and he didn't take any this time, so he could watch us. And he's like, but there was nobody watching us. Then who was you asking? Where was I at then? Who was you fussing at because you couldn't find me then, bro? It wasn't another high nigga. You was talking to a sober nigga.
Hey, Kevin, let me ask you this. Do you have Callie's testimony on deck where you can play a little bit of him talking about his face in the mirror?
I can tell you, I can send you a link. Well, I probably have to drop down the chat, but I can send it to you and you could throw it up on the screen. I can send you the link to it and you can play it. I could drop down, let y'all watch it or whatever like that if you want to.
Well, I just wanted to hear a little bit of it because this is the thing. I think what y'all gotta take into consideration is that if a person is high, they're high. There's no way to exclude their high from somebody else's high to make it seem as if they wasn't high, and their story should be completely believable because they were there. Now,
Right. I'm sorry, D-Ham. Let me interrupt you for 1 second.
Go ahead.
Tino, you're right, and that is a inconsistency. So you notice how she said she took the shrooms, fake taking them, and then left the room, and then she said, and that was one day, right? And then she starts talking about another time when she walked into a room and heard a bunch of friends talking to Braylon in an inappropriate way, right? And then she goes back to the story where she woke up and went back over there. That's the same day. So I don't know why she's making it like it's a couple of days, and that's why I think she did that, to make herself innocent of taking shrooms, because those are the same day. And Callie can tell you that the day that Dwight is outside and they're out there fussing and stuff like that, all this is the same day. So she's making it sound like it's 2 different days when all of these are in fact the same day. Not to walking into the room talking to Braylon about inappropriate stuff, because that never happened, or I never heard about that. I never heard a single thing. She said she started fussing about that there, but I never heard anything about nothing like that. But as far as the shrooms, what she said the first day, and then she comes back to walking over and seeing the fireflies, all of these are the same exact day. So why does she break these up and act like she don't know people on shrooms the second day? And to me, that shows that she's trying to tell that Dwight does shrooms so it can make him look bad, but exclude herself from doing them, because she knows Dwight's not going to say, you did them too, because that would incriminate himself. He can't say nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Chosen one, I just got you up out of here. Now get up out of here. Don't come over here disrespectful. Now take your butt over there with Miss Amore or somebody. Absolutely. And there you go, Kev. This right here proves to you that this woman was not in fear of Kevin. This woman, you go to that. I wish I had the clip. I could play it where Kevin's on his platform. This woman's all in the podcast with him. When you don't know the whole story, it's best to just not go with the first thing you believe, and you just believe it, and you don't ever want to not unbelieve it. It's not fair to everybody that was there and everybody who experienced something, that their experience of every day, how they wake up and go to sleep at their house, and they know how their house operates. For somebody to be just bitter, disgruntled, knowing that she's not the only woman And she's not the only woman in Dwight's life. She wants to fight. And she wants everybody to pay for her not being the chosen woman in that house.
Right. And another thing she said is that Dwight was going to make her the matriarch. That was never a discussion from my understanding either. She said she had text messages on that. So if she ever showed that, I'll be proven wrong because from my understanding, there's no matriarch. Because especially if he was teaching probably the way I was teaching it to him, there's no need for a matriarch.
I'm going to tell you this. If my child got touched at the age of 12. Wait. I'm gonna give you help me out, Kevin. You see, I'm gonna give you an inconsistency statement right now. This woman, Royce, says that during this shroom ceremony, she ran into, when she got to her child, he was in the room, sitting in a fetal position, and he went from 12 to 5. The way that he communicated. Now, she's also talking about a woman who was a nanny who she believes touched her son. Now, the next day she explains she's not at the hospital. She's not at the police station. She's watching YouTube and Cali videos. While she's watching YouTube and Cali videos, she realized, let's clean up the place. At one point, are you going to take your 12-year-old who turned 5-year-old right in front of your face to go see a doctor to make sure he's okay? Isn't that not inconsistent?
Yeah, I don't think Cino really covering this that well. She said that she said no, Kevin dropped a video of Cali on his high trip, and Cali dropped every name that was there. That never happened. I didn't even respond to Cali for the first couple. I don't even think the first month or so. But the only name Cali dropped was Tino.
I want answers to if your child has been touched and it went from 12 to 5. As a woman and as a mother, what are you gonna do? Cino?
Absolutely.
Let's not talk about Cali right now. Let's talk about Royce Reed. If she's claiming that somebody inappropriately touched her son, and she know who it is, the nanny, that's no longer there because she clocked out. Why she ain't looking for this woman? Why she ain't at the hospital? Why is she the next day cleaning up the house?
And also, I want to point two things down, okay? Out, and I'm gonna hop down, okay?
Okay.
Dang, I hope it don't leave my mind. Well, the first thing is this. What if I told y'all she didn't know Melissa Rios like that? She only met her one time at Thanksgiving when David was just born. They didn't have numbers. They never talked. I don't know if you guys saw in the camera where she said her and Melissa was really cool, and she starts looking in the camera, telling Melissa like loving things, telling her she was so beautiful and stuff. Look at her eyes, how much they blink right there. But I know for a fact she didn't know Melissa. She didn't know her, and so to act like she did, to me that's crazy. To me that's like playing with ghosts or something. Like, how you gonna act like you know somebody and you don't know them? And why? Why are you doing that? You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
And the next thing was gonna be, I think it was gonna be about. He was talking about her finding the son upstairs and him sitting in the cradle position. Dang, what was? Go ahead and finish your thought, D-Ham, and then I'll.
No, well, I just had questions on the inconsistency because as a woman and as you mothers are in my chat, If your concern is your first priority is your child, it's not going to be on cleaning up the Dwight Howard's mansion. It's going to simply be, I got to get my son not to an Airbnb, to a
You're
doctor.
right. You're right. You're absolutely right. And then to sleep outside in her car while Callie talking about shooting up the place, that don't make any sense either.
Kayla
But,
said they can't hear me. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. Hey, and check this one out right here. If you notice, D-Ham, every time she mentions my name, followed by that is the guy who's into polygamy.
Correct.
So it's like she's mad at me for trying to coach her about polygamy when you came down to do it yourself. So it's like, don't be mad at me because you felt like I was trying to, I guess, talk you into it, because that's how she's putting it. So she's not even really into Cali stuff. She's just throwing him a bone by throwing his name in it. But
correct.
But you could tell she's really upset with me about being poly, because she's looking at it like, damn. But if she only knew, she'd never been in that house if it wasn't for me. Like, I'm the one who inspired Dwight to do poly, and if he wasn't inspired to do poly, he wouldn't have tried to get back with her, because he was only doing it because they had his kids. It was a thing. It was a way to get all his kids in the home and take care of the women that I said, you already started these families. Take care of them. Bring them back in your house. I'm like, when the last time you saw all your kids at the same time? He said, I don't know if I ever have. I said, then see if they'll come live with you, bro. It's COVID. You don't know how the world gonna look. Get your kids in your house and protect them. You're their daddy. You see what I'm saying? So that's the only reason he hit Royce and them up, because he wouldn't choose to be with Royce for no other reason. You see what I'm saying? That's his first baby mama. He done made 5 more.
Right. And that's my point. If Dwight is this so-called monster, is what she tried to say. I'm just as a woman, I'm not dropping my new man to go back to Dwight, and then I'm not cleaning up the Dwight's mansion if my child's been touched.
Absolutely. I'm getting out of there if I'm Royce. If that's the case, you see what I'm saying? But the bottom line was, Royce wasn't worried about anybody in the home. She knew that it wasn't a Diddy party. She was worried about Callie, because he was cussing and screaming and spitting and threatening to come and shoot up the place. So she was nervous about that. But Royce didn't actually leave that night, the next, or the next. Damn, she left 3 weeks later. That's what I'm telling you. Royce didn't leave 3 weeks later. I don't know why she's online perpetrating she left the next day. She literally didn't, because she had an attitude for weeks after that. I kept saying, when you gonna get over that, girl? Because we'd talk about it one day, you would think that she over it, and then she snobby the next day too. It was just it was a thing where it's like she wanted to hate me. D-Ham, you saw this. You saw people turn on me, and then I try to talk to them and make sure we good, and they just don't want to be my friend no more.
Right.
You saw this happen. I mean, a couple of times throughout this saga. It's almost like it's nothing I can say or do. They just ain't fucking with me no more. And that's how Royce was. He was just like, I guess she felt, I don't know. She just kind of turned on me. And like I said, obviously she upset because I turned her down. Don't get me wrong, but she didn't turn sour on me even after that though. She still was very flirty with me and shit. She didn't turn sour against me until after that video, until Callie was going live. Because she went and told Tino that, and I told her she was wrong for telling Tino that. And ever since then, it was like it was up.
Come on now. The elephant in the room, Kevin and LaTruth are some handsome brothers, and both sexes want them. At this point, y'all need to fulfill their fantasies by holding us. No, they don't need to do that, Chiquita.
Heck no. Look, I can tell you this. Even though women are physically attracted to me, most women are attracted to me for my mind. And I think men are inspired by me, by my mind. So I'm just a leader of men. I've always been that. I think that's my calling and purpose, is to lead people and stuff like that. So I do get a lot of women who are overly attracted to me, but it's mainly because of my mind. Not D-Ham, you've seen this. You've seen powerful, wise men who weren't, as you would say, aesthetically attractive, but you've seen them take advantage of the women that's under them, because those women would do anything for them, because those guys are powerful men and what they say to them and stuff. They got a way. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so Callie's one of them. Callie reached out to me from wherever he was in the world on Instagram. Bro, you inspire me, bro. I'm learning from you. You know, so he acts like it's weird that Dwight did it. Many celebrities and many non-celebrities have reached out to me because of the things I say. So my mind is very powerful. And like I said, most people, that's what they respect and honor me for is my mind, not some physical attraction stuff. And that's why I hated like the argument that went on the other day between Ashley and Angie is my name and penis and stuff is brought up a lot. And I don't want to be looked at in that light. I'm more of a wise man. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be seen like a Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, not some type of sex symbol. And you know, Callie's done that too with the damn you gay, you tried me, and you running around here with women. I always dated a lot of women, but it was never a public thing where people could look at me like you just a Casanova. That was just
Right.
I like women. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't advertise that. You know, a lot of dudes, you're gonna see them everywhere posting with women everywhere. Me, I'm not trying to be showy like that. And so when he did that, it made people look at me differently, you know. And I think that was their whole point, to try and ruin my reputation, man. That's all it is to it.
Well, that's the difference. Sino, baby girl, I'm not gonna block you. I'm just passionate. I speak with a lot of passion. I don't mind a difference of opinion, but one thing I do know is, I don't try to judge people for their truth. Okay. But I do look at the attack that people will do it in a form, like if somebody is so malicious in their behavior to try to destroy somebody, I'm going to look at that as well. Just like anything you do online, you may post something very innocently, but somebody could say, well, that had malicious intent. So you have to look at the intent as well as what they're trying to communicate. And basically, this woman's here. She has a lot of things that did not go right for her with her baby daddy.
But see, D-Ham, I would almost do a formal debate with anyone who would say she was actually that wronged. And here's why I say that. Now, she said this similarly. She said, I know that $13,000 is a lot of money, and most of y'all ain't never seen that. I get it. Because she knows that's more than enough to take care of a child. She knows that. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
And so if you look at the whole thing, what she is upset about is she feels that Dwight could have done more for her and Braylon. That's all it is to it. She's not standing up for other baby mamas because she don't know what he gave them, and nor would it benefit her at all. But she sees this man who has made a lot of money in his life, and she looks at it like she's only getting a measly $13,000 a month. Now that's $2.5 million over the course of 17 years. But in her mind, it's like this man got all this money. He go to the club, he throw money on the floor. That money could be coming to me and Braylon. I swear to God, that's all it's about. You can hear her arguments. It's all about she feels like Dwight is selfish with his money. And the money got cut off. And I can get a job, and I've been working since I was 16. I'm gonna be all right. That's what it's about, I promise you. And I can tell you this, man. Knowing Dwight, and I'm talking about in many other celebrities, I've life coached many of them. They always have a cycle of girls who never stop dealing with them and who can never move on because those guys are so wealthy. I think those women can't move on to other men because they don't match up. So a lot of them, they'll stay single because they hope that guy will come back around. Because every time Dwight home from playing ball, or every time some of the other celebrities I know are home, it's the same few women I always be seeing come through. And even if they got a man, it ain't that tight of a relationship because they're gonna come through every time. And I'm talking for years they be dealing with the same circle of women. And those women, like I said, I think it's just that once they with him, they can't really settle with another guy because they've dated somebody who had so much more or something. I don't know. I've seen it though.
Right.
And I think that's the thing with Royce is she was dating a doctor. And you know how we know it's a doctor? She told us. We didn't even get his name. And so that shows you that she looks at men more for resources and status, which it ain't nothing wrong with that. Ladies, you should make sure the guy can do something, can take care of a family. And so if that's your priority, is that he's stable and can take care of a family, nobody can judge you for that. You know what I'm saying? It's your family that you're trying to create. So if you go, I'm going to go for resources over attraction, I'd say that's a mature move. Just know that you'll likely be miserable because it's hard to be with somebody you're not attracted to. But I think that's Royce's thing, is she wants a guy that is going to be stable, which is fine. But that's why she's saying that this guy is a doctor. That's why she's saying that. But her hope for Dwight is so great She risked that relationship with that doctor just to come down there. And then notice how she said she came down there. And then as soon as she got there, she started asking questions like, what's so different? Why would somebody who used to despise me now want to be with me? Remember that she said that?
Yeah.
And she said that she later found out that Dwight went into the garage with some of us and told us he didn't like that, right?
Right.
She ain't lying. So
Right.
check this out. She just got there, right? She
Uh-huh.
unpacked all her stuff up, and then they helped her pack all her stuff up in her apartment. And they say, come over for dinner. She comes over there with an attitude. Everybody happy. She got an attitude, though. We in there playing Uno and shit, cleaning up, getting ready to eat. Here she come in there with an attitude. And she goes, what's different? Right in front of everybody. And Dwight go, what you mean? She go, I mean, you used to despise me. Why would you want me to come down here now? And Dwight was like, I'm saying, we talked about this, but it's COVID. The world gonna change. I want my family here. I mean, what's the problem? And so after the conversation went, Dwight did say, hey, y'all come here for a second. He called me and Tino in the garage. He said, hey, man, why she asked me that? Because she already know why I want her to come down here. And why would she come down here if she didn't get that settled first? You don't come to nobody's house, unpack, and then say, what's different?
Facts. Facts.
So she thinks that everybody's being overboard for having a problem with her doing that. But, yo, you was out of pocket.
Big facts.
You actually at the dinner table in front of everybody. That's a personal conversation, yo.
Big facts.
And why are you there? Like, for real, though. How you gonna come and unpack and then go, what's different? Why come the guy who used to despise me now wants me here? What if he say, you know what, you're right. Go ahead and get the fuck on.
You want to get exactly. And but she just left her man. I can't believe this. Now, Sino, I wanna address something you saying because I want to make certain you understand that it don't seem like she took any other measures about protecting her child. It seemed like they were in court going over financial distribution as far as child support, and she yelled it out in court that her something was going on with her child. She did not file a police report. She did not follow up with a doctor, a therapist, anything. But she's making these claims on other people's traumas. Because when you tell people X, Y, and Z's happen to you, now you're using it against them. But she's not accusing Dwight for doing this. She didn't come out here like the what's that woman that just tried to go viral? Said I'm married to a monster. Because the father touched my kids. She didn't say the father touched her kids. She didn't say the housekeepers, Kevin or anybody. She's blaming a woman.
Let me clear something up. The maid, the woman who she's saying supposedly touched Jalen was not her current maid of that night. The maid she's saying touched Braylon was several years before. And that's the maid that she's saying is missing, but Dwight knows where she is. So all that's way before. When I met Dwight, this had already happened. I never met that maid, and I've known Dwight for years.
Well, that says a lot, Kevin. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
It's the trophy wife. Thank y'all. Man, y'all be on it. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Shaquita. Thank you, Nola. The trophy wife. And she came out here. Man, Kevin, I ain't gonna keep you. You said you're gonna drop down. But I'm gonna talk about that trophy wife, and I'm gonna tie it into this Royce situation real quick.
Sure. Well, as you guys review this story, I'm sure she'll say a whole lot more. Keep in mind, Royce is a very bubbly personality. She's not a bad person at all, but her view of Dwight has her seeing him in a very negative way because I think it's just all of what comes with him. If you guys had a baby with a man who had $100 million in the bank, okay, in the bank, and he goes to clubs and lives a lavish lifestyle, and even though he sends you $13K a month, I mean, you still see his lifestyle is ridiculous. So it's like a drop in the bucket. So a lot of women would feel slighted in a way by that. But I say this, if you're with a person and it does not work out and you end up with his child support and working together with you with a child is all he owes you. Alimony is things that pays your rent, and pays your bills. But your child is yours and his responsibility. So if you're getting $13K from him for a month, if you can't provide $13K, he's actually doing over and above what you're doing. Paying your rent is not a part of it. I saw somebody say they can't stand when men think that child support shouldn't pay child support shouldn't pay rent and bills. It should take care of your child. It's called child support. If you would have married him, you would have gotten alimony. But if you didn't give the man marriage and you just got a baby from him, it's ridiculous to be in his pockets to the point to where you're looking at him like a wife. Yes, he gave you a baby, but that's what you have now. It didn't work out, so you can't still do that. You see what I'm saying? And the $13K you getting, that's just you. He got 6 more kids. You got to take it easy. So I think that's what it is, man. She still, while she was truly blessed to have a child with this brother because of the revenue that comes with it, she still feels slighted because of how much money he has and that she sees that he could have gave her.
Hey, you said the whole mouthful, brother. And Sino said she don't like it. But Sino, check it out. I saw her strolling her phone up about all the motions. But what Kevin just said is straight facts. If you giving somebody $13,000 a month, think about this, Sino, and all the ladies in the chat. If you're giving somebody $13,000 a month, and she feels like I want more, so she's taking it upon herself to take the white to court, and the white is defending himself by filing these motions.
Absolutely.
So she's taking the money that she got to fight him for more money. That is not the white. It's not his fault at that point. Not from what I saw.
And so you would call this the enemy of progress because now he's got millions of dollars in lawyer fees. He's got to pay for his lawyers and her lawyers because he makes more money just to go to court. And it's like you're doing all this to him because it says on his NBA thing that he gets $100 million on his contract, but his taxes are so great. I've heard players say they don't even get half of that. So when you see he got $100 million contract and you're getting $13,000 a month, obviously you're thinking, oh, we need more money because that's not right for him to live that lifestyle. And his son is doomed to a measly $13K a month. But you got to think he has 6 children. How much do you think one child how much money do you think it means to take care of a child? Bottles and milk don't cost more because he makes more. And so I honestly think there should be a cap on it. The government should put a cap on it for every man, not based on his income. Because I think that a lot of toxic women use that as leverage to get pregnant by wealthy men because they know it yields a lot of child support. And I don't think that's right. And so to prevent that, they should just cap it because children need a certain amount to live, no matter the age. It's not going to change because you make more money. And if you put it like that, they'll stop tricking men. They'll stop poking holes in condoms, all that, because there would be no benefit to having this baby with this ball player or this actor or this rich person. You see what I'm saying?
I definitely see. Now, I definitely understand. Now, let's check this out, y'all. Alexis Graham says 13,000. Shout out to you, Alexis, my queen. 13,000 is enough for me to take care of everything for the month and give my child anything he wants. Let me tell y'all something. All you got to do is take about 3,000 to 4,000 if you're trying to stay on a status of whatever. 3,000 to 4,000 of that out of that month. That will pay for a big old house and a mortgage.
Dude, my bills are not half of $13,000 a month. And I live in a mansion right now, and my bills together ain't half of $13,000 a month. And I got kids and wives and everything in here.
Come on. Come on. See, and this is the irony. You go right now in Atlanta or Florida, you can live 3,000, 4,000. That'll give you a 6, 4, 5 bed, 6, 7 bedroom home.
Right.
And then you take 1,000. Let's just say you want to take 1,000. You want to ball out on your vehicle. 1,000. That's 5,000 right there a month. You got $1,000, and we know Cardinals ain't no $1,000 unless you riding in a Bentley coupe.
Right.
So if you got a Mercedes, let's just say it's a Mercedes, you paying $800 a month. That's $3,800 out of the 13.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is the part where I'll give Royce some credit here, okay? And this is before we end it. Just check this out, and I think this will make some sense to you guys. Royce said that when she met Dwight, and it was known that she was having a baby with Dwight, that her life kind of took off, because obviously you don't even have to be a wife to become more popular these days by being with a man. Just have a baby by him. Honestly, just be seen walking with him, and they'll want to know who you are. You would think that bring added benefits, and you would say to Royce, well, you're instantly known, you've instantly got sponsorships, modeling contracts and things because you're his girlfriend. Why not make the best of that? Why be mad at him when being with him gave you all those opportunities? The problem with that is being with someone like that can limit your opportunities. You see what I'm saying? Because of the negative publicity it can bring him, sponsorships he's connected to. So when she's mentioning things like Disney, she wants to work for Disney, and Disney won't hire her because they already sponsor the Lakers. That's not a Dwight Howard thing. Her and Dwight Howard currently are in litigation. So hiring her would be a conflict of interest, but it's not because of Dwight. It's because he plays for the Lakers. And so she will punish Dwight for that. I'm mad at Dwight. I couldn't even work at Disney because of him. He blackballed me. No, he didn't. That's not how that works.
Well, King, we done had enough. We had a whole lot to digest, and
Indeed.
And I will say this: we coming back. We gonna do round 2 on this because this man name is being drugged through these YouTube streets, and they are doing a collective effort of trying to drop T that ain't there, and It's not right that Callie is acting so surprised that Royce is out here trying to help his story when they've been in cahoots on a back end, messaging each other. And I'll put it up real quick. Was that the message? No, that's not the message. Hold on. This is the message right here. This is it right here.
Mm-hmm.
She jumped in bed with Callie to come for Kevin. And this is where we're at, y'all. This is the danger of trusting people to bring them in your circle, to bring them in your home. This man threatened to go back and shoot up a house where her child laid their head. Had this woman paranoid. But she still hated her baby daddy this much to jump on the bandwagon of Callie's story.
And I want to leave y'all with a gem. Somebody said something about Royce being a gold digger. I want to say this real quick. You're only a gold digger if your goal is to use that man. But you guys know, ladies, ever since a child, you guys have been fed the fantasy of the wealthy prince, the rich man. There's nothing wrong with you being attracted to a man because he has the discipline to earn a lot of wealth. Saying that a woman is a gold digger for being attracted to a rich man is like saying a man is superficial for being attracted to the most beautiful woman. We want her to be as fine as we can get her, just like y'all want him to be as rich as you can get him. Just don't use him. The moment I say, she fine, I just want to hit it, I'm being superficial now. But if she's so fine, I want to give her the world, ain't nothing wrong with that. The woman that you give in the world should be the finest woman in the world to you. And you should, and if there's a man that's wealthy, as long as you're gonna serve him and nurture him and support him, hey, go for it. Get the richest man if you can, but don't use him. That makes you a gold digger. Do you understand my point?
Yeah, I do. I get it. That's on point.
Yeah, but hey, thank you all, man. I saw Harmony speak to me. What's up, Harmony? I love your work. Alexis, good to see you, love. And hey, man, this was dope. And sexy, mixed sexy Ray, every one of you guys in the chat, man. Peace to y'all. And yeah, we'll have another one. We have another build on this.
All right, thanks, Kevin. I appreciate it. It's probably 1:30 where y'all are at.
Yeah, it is. Peace to him.
Thanks, King, for coming up, man. I appreciate you. It's only 12:30 where I'm at, y'all. I'm in Illinois right now, so I'm in Chicago. So it's only 12:30 here. But I will say this, y'all.
This was a great live. It's on point, y'all. I know that Royce is getting everybody. I mean, she's triggering anybody who's been through anything with a man that they couldn't get child support right, that something happened to their child. She's triggering all of these emotional buttons on a lot of people right now. There's a lot of triggers. But what I will tell you, there's more to the story. It's always more to people's story. And when people can come out here and tell a one-sided story and distort the truth, they will do it. Do not put that past nobody, especially when they're not getting what they wanted out the deal. So please, y'all, let's continue with the truth of this Kevin Wesley name dropping. Let's continue with the truth of the collective effort for them to try to destroy a man who's clearly moved on. Clearly moved on. He has his wives. He has his kids. Why are they doing this to this man? Why? He's not being accused of touching a child. He's not being accused of one of the victims that was in Dwight's house at one point. He's not the man that they're saying did any of this. But what they're doing is bringing up Dwight's discretions and trying to loop it into anybody who was connected to him. And that is unfair. That is unfair, and I'm standing against it. And I don't care who don't like it. That's not right. A lot of y'all have friends that y'all didn't think was this or that, and they proved to be something different. That don't make you that. That don't make you a thief because somebody got, y'all was at a function and something got stolen out of somebody's purse. You were there, but you said you didn't do it. It don't make you the thief. And what Callie is doing, without acknowledging the fact, man, I was high, I was on a trip, and it had me hallucinating things. It had me questioning. It had me seeing hips shaking when it wasn't. Like, for him to not just understand, brother, you were high. Why are you doing this, tearing down this man, knowing that he's a father, he's a brother, he's a provider? Why are you trying to tear him down this bad, bro? It don't make logical sense. I wouldn't do that to my enemy. I wouldn't hit this live button every day on somebody I don't like. I wouldn't keep doing it. I would tell my story and let it be. But there's an agenda here. Come on, Kevin. Kevin's in the chat, y'all. He said, that's like saying I'm a lame nigga who can't afford a wedding just because I knew Callie. Exactly. It don't make you into anything other than an associate. That's like, and I heard people like, man, I was riding in the car, man, I didn't know my man had a brick in the car. He got pulled over, and we all went to jail. Guilty by association. And Nikki, I promise you, if you hear the story of him beating up his baby mama, that would scare any woman. Callie beat his baby mama. That would scare any woman. And ain't nobody hitting the live button on him every day.
Just because he figured out the system too. He went in the courtroom and figured out the way to get his kids from the baby mama. Do that make him a monster? Do that make him a monster? Because he took the kids from the mama? If Dwight took his child from the grandmother after the biological mother passed away, that made him a monster. Callie beat his wife to a pulp. The police didn't recognize her, and he took the kids. Do that make him a monster? This is where the hypocrisy, the agenda, if Kevin was at the Diddy party, so was Callie. How you gonna blame him? So was Royce. They didn't leave early. She saw fireflies, and she was walking her dog. That don't sound like a Diddy party to me. Y'all keep messing with my boy Kevin. He gonna pop out with some more receipts. They don't know what this brother got. They don't know what he got. And he holding back. Ain't nobody trying to get sued because y'all got an agenda and y'all got y'all plot in place and y'all working y'all little plan. D-Ham standing up for the truth about Kevin Wesley. You got that right. You got that right. You got that right. And like I said on yesterday or the day before, Royce, your issue is with Dwight. You need to stop this name dropping to only the people that you want to hear their name, because you done linked up with somebody that has a problem with somebody you knew that was there, but you ain't gonna drop the names of the gardener. You ain't gonna drop the name of the butler. You ain't gonna drop the name of the physical trainer. You ain't gonna drop the name of the assistant when they were all was there too. How are you now targeting Kevin Wesley after being all hugged up on him? After being all up in his podcast, promoting the podcast, and you did look high in that podcast promotion, may I add. Maybe it was your anxiety. Maybe you were smoking on your medical cannabis. This here is nasty work, lay T. And I'm not here to debunk your whole story because I wasn't there. But I know when someone is being targeted for an agenda and you're pushing it, okay, Kevin, that's gonna be number 2. We coming back. We gonna come back and do that, Kev, because I need to hear about that. No, Kev, you can't give us the tea right now. You can't give us. That's too good. D-Ham ain't heard it yet. So we got to get that story. We got to get that story because this right here is what is very much a targeting and salacious behavior that these women are doing and this man is doing. Very salacious. And I'm calling it out. That's what I'm doing. I'm calling it out. I have never seen a grown man go on for 5 years about a shroom ceremony that nothing happened to him. He wasn't touched. He wasn't violated. He wasn't finger in the booty. He didn't get a cucumber up the butt. He ain't get made to gag on a daggone celery stick. And you out here running the YouTube streets like you know something happened to you. This is nasty, nasty work, my brother. I've never seen nothing like this. You said his hips were shaking, which means the effects of the psilocybin mushroom kicked in. The mushroom kicked in. And the hallucinations were real. And what that mushroom said it will do, which I think it did to you, Callie, it triggered PTSD. And you have post-traumatic stress going on. And I'm going to end this live. Thank y'all for coming through. If y'all have time, please hit the Cash App. Thank you. I got one more person to thank on the Cash App. Benitra, thank you so much, my queen. Thank you so much. You must have enjoyed this live, and I appreciate your financial support to this platform. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Kevin Wesley, for coming up here, clearing the air on Miss Royce Reed and your connection to her as it connects you to Callie with the name dropping that she also wants to do. She also wants to help Callie. She also wants to make sure that she can point out some gay stuff that she never seen. Because I don't know what gay stuff he was talking about. Harmony Speaks, thank you so much, Queen. You are a blessing to this platform. Because when I get quality and a caliber of certain YouTubers coming in here, it helps my algorithm just to see you in my chat. Alexis Graham, all of y'all know Miss Sexy Ray. I'm gonna get in trouble, I start calling out. Lux Pearl, I don't give you enough shout out. Thank you, Miss Lux Pearl, for being here. Terry Dow, my king, thank you for being up in here. Hercules Brown, Denise, thank you so much. Nikki, thank you so much. Linda, thank you so much, girl. Everybody who came in, even did I get her name? Sino. Thank you so much, Sino, for coming in. You made the live even better because it made us have a debatable kind of a way. We were able to debate and bounce it off of each other. Hopefully we left here better than we came. Thank y'all so much for coming. Gloria Dent, thank you so much for coming through. Who else was in here that I didn't get an opportunity to thank? Royal D, if she was in here, thank you so much, Royal D. DTTV, thank you so much for coming in. I don't know who else was in here. Thank y'all. I do appreciate it. Shanquella, Shanquita, thank you so much, Shanquita. You've been rocking with me all night. Thank you so much. Let me just go through and make sure I didn't miss anybody. Nikki, thank you so much, Nikki, for being in the building. We thank y'all so much for coming through. Y'all get some rest and understand that we're going strong. In 2025, we got one more day, y'all. And if y'all don't mind pulling up, we got a live we got to do with Voice and Values and Miss the only one and only, they call me Auntie. So we're going to try to get that live off tomorrow. I'm going to do my best. I know I'm going to be working, so I'm going to try to make certain that I don't, if anything, we're going to push it back until I'm able to do it. But I think we're going at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be Eastern Standard Time because I don't know where I'm going to be. So I'm in Illinois right now, Central Standard Time. So we'll find out tomorrow how that's going to play out. But y'all be prepared to be in that live. We want to hear from Voice and Values. We want to hear from They Call Me Auntie. Y'all know what it is. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. And thank y'all for the monetary blessings that y'all gave to my platform. Thank you so much. Y'all be blessed. Have a great night.